There you go.
All right, hoes. Some of you fucked up. Some of you fucked up real hard. Uh,
Um,
Nope.
well, number one, and I realized this. I realized this way too late. When we used the two, tasks to get the cable, I forgot that I only had one because I was feeding my other person.
I really don't think this matters.
I really
I
don't
know.
know what you're talking about.
you
I'm
can
just-
correct it right now. I actively don't give a shit.
I'm just generally
Okay.
confused.
Well,
that's
number
nothing
one, I
new
don't
there.
know how to correct that. So,
Mark off the amount of tasks that you should have right now.
Tasks.
It's the physical form of quintessence.
Oh, okay.
This is why
Uh,
people read books. Ugh,
Right.
I don't know why I bother anymore.
It's the magic
I'm
candy
I'm just going to assume that I
Okay.
have no quintessence right now, and then I
Sure.
will get some later.
thing.
You literally get quintessence every week from your node.
I know.
I just remembered that I have paradox because I punched a guy really hard
You
several
did.
times.
Oh yeah, that's right. Paradox. Oh yay.
Yeah, I have 4 paradox. 5 times.
Oh yeah, welcome to my life, Hoond.
You didn't punch a guy.
I didn't, but I shot a lightning bolt at somebody. Did you forget about that?
I honestly I did.
I made a grenade.
I did forget
I
about
have
that.
never done. I have
Yeah,
never
and your
done
grenade
anything
almost killed all
paradoxical
of us.
in my
Mhm.
life.
And paradox, you went the wrong way with paradox. It starts
did?
from this way.
Oh,
It starts
okay.
on the bottom.
Oh, sorry,
Boop.
I went by
Boop.
by what the book said about it.
Yes, and the book says you start from there.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry about it. It's
Top
fine.
half is quintessence, bottom half is paradox.
Yeah, but I thought it went from right to left for some reason. Doesn't matter.
No, it's like one big wheel that curls around. It's just a visual aid, so you can better keep track of when you have so much paradox. It's starting to burn out quintessence.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and I thought it goes from right to left and burns out the quintessence from the start. It made more sense to me at the time. Doesn't matter. It's
That's why they have the little guide dot there. Yeah, guide dot.
oh,
Guide
The
guide
real
out
hero of
Bush.
the real hero.
Yeah, a
Anyway,
true American hero.
if I remember right, and I may not because it's been a while, we lost Jordan. We got back to the chantry. Didn't someone's van get stolen? No,
No.
no.
That was not right. The van was full of these other guys, and they drove away in it. But they cut
Also, we
our
missed
they cut
also the helicopter.
they cut the fuel line, and we repaired that. Took us a bit.
Yep.
And then we went back to the chantry and basically got drunk.
Yeah. Man, you guys are gonna make a wonderful first impression. So you came back near the end of the day. As you were told when you tried to go talk to Professor Tewksbury, shit was gone.
Yep.
Then instead of going to inform anybody else in charge, you instead told Professor Tewksbury's secretary and consort, and then got wasted in your bar without communicating to anyone else.
No, I got wasted in my room. Also, I didn't tell anyone else because we had another high-ranking dude there who will presumably tell everyone else in charge.
Presumably.
Oh yeah, there's Michael that knew. Yeah. That was good. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
There's that.
I wanted to talk to Tewksbury because it was a big hit on my character, and I wanted to confide in someone, but he wasn't there, so I just got drunk.
All right. So
In doubt, get drunk.
I believe all of you are staying in your shanty rooms, correct?
Yep.
Correct.
I am.
All
Xavier?
right. So everybody but Nathan will wake up
Okay.
Nathan sleeps forever.
sharply at 8 o'clock, regardless of whether or not they feel fully rested or not.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm sorry, at 9 o'clock, rather. Let's go with 9.
Well, that's kind of you.
Anyways, sharply at 9 o'clock, whether or not they feel fully rested, whether or not they still have a hangover, and their attention will be immediately brought to an envelope that has been slid under the door.
Oh my.
I want to
For
say,
those of you that open it, or at least take a second to look at it, it says "open immediately."
Oh dear.
Does anybody not open it immediately?
Hold on. I'm thinking about that.
just throwing it
I
away
will
out of
put
spite.
a pot of,
Open
or I'll put a
immediately.
pot of
Let me think
coffee
about
on
this.
first.
I let you go.
I won't
you
open
others go
it.
first.
I'm not gonna open it.
Or
I'm
actually,
actually
no,
going.
no.
I'm actually just gonna put it like wherever I put like normal mail in the bar, and then just I'm going back into my room and working on stuff.
Well, I
Wow.
will open
Oh,
it,
man.
start reading it as I walk over toward my kitchen in order to make some coffee.
It says, "Come to my office, Tewksbury."
I want nothing to do with this right now.
Man, you are just a champion of making poor decisions.
Sawyer. Well, at least he hasn't shredded it yet
At least.
with his other spam mail that he somehow gets in the chantry, I guess.
Oh,
Sawyer.
wait, hang
Fine.
on.
Mailboxes, man.
I think my mom's
Coupons.
calling me. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sawyer has already been awake for like 1 to 2 hours because he drank like expensive wine and cognac and just it knocked him the fuck out way too early. So he was up way too early
Okay.
with a hangover. So he made coffee and then, well, he's gonna open the envelope, of course, because he's not an irresponsible drunkard like certain people in this chantry, in this group.
It says exactly that in very, very
Food is
fancy
up. I
and.
will have to be back later. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How long are you gonna be?
I'll be as quick as possible.
Okay. You're gonna miss the fun, especially since Zephy's being a super genius.
That's why I'm
So-
recording
You know.
things.
It's a very so when you open it up, it's like that very fine, almost silky smooth parchment that the envelope is made of. You crack the sucker open. It's a little card that says, "Come to my office, Tewksbury."
I turn the envelope around to see if there's anything on the back. I assume there isn't.
There is a few small There's a few small letters in Enochian
Ah.
that spell out the word. That's basically spell out the word alert. It is a small little charm that lets you know that the delivery has gotten mail.
Oh, cool. I have to remember that.
Yeah. It's a little mind rot.
Very neat. I'm gonna. I'm gonna put
There's
the
no
envelope.
time or anything when it show up. It just says, "Come to my office."
Well, of course, there's no time. We're not making reservations here. If he wants us in his office, he wants us in his office. So I'm gonna get Sawyer is gonna get dressed.
Yeah,
Because-
Fish will put real pants on.
Yeah, out of the morning mantle. What's the fucking word for that?
Pajamas?
No, not pajamas. Like a
What current
cloak you
projects
wear
I
in your
have going on?
study, like something really pretentious. That's what he's wearing.
Let me see what current projects I had going on right now.
Anyway, Sawyer will get out of his I want to say dinner jacket, like his morning jacket, and go into proper clothing that fits his role as a proper student. Will also put on his wizard hat. Like
If you got a wizard hat,
yeah, he's gonna put on his cloak and wizard hat and get ready to visit his professor.
Connor,
yeah.
I would like it to be known that I am ordering some like small like metal plates. I'm basically working on just the glove from the Iron Man suit.
Okay.
Just you know.
He's gonna.
That's fine.
He's just gonna get teleported out of his fucking bar, like right
Oh,
smack in the middle of
probably.
the office.
Probably.
No,
No? Okay.
But
Anyway.
no,
So-
No.
right now I'm not. Right
You
now
wish.
I'm just. Right now like the bar is locked. The bar is like locked, and then I'm just doing my own thing. I want nothing to do with the chantry right now.
Anyway, Sawyer gets dressed.
Mm.
Sawyer gets dressed, puts down his half-finished second cup of coffee, then goes to the toilet because he's old, okay? And he had almost 2 cups of coffee.
Yeah, that's fair.
So after
Yeah.
I want to say 15 minutes after he got the letter, he's actually going to the office. Like fully prepared, ready, awake. Bit grouchy, but still awake.
I'm assuming Crow will be doing the same.
Pretty much, except he'll be a bit faster.
Crow will just inject the coffee into his veins like directly. That's good stuff.
So,
Extra line of cocaine.
you'll get there first. I do not remember the name of Tewksbury's secretary. Fuck.
Me neither.
Let's call her Shannon.
Marmalade. I don't know.
Is it,
Every
is it-
secretary.
is
named
it just
Shannon.
a new secretary? It's just a temp.
No, let's say her name was always Shannon. I'll look it up later.
Okay.
Shannon, the secretary. She'll wave hi to Crow, engage in small talk, and she'll have him sit down in a chair and wait for the rest of his cabal to show up, or the individuals who have been called to
Right.
Tewksbury's office. Sawyer will show up not too long after. I'm sorry, Zachary will show up not too long after. Zach. And then there will be a moment of waiting. And then another one. And the moment turns into 2 minutes, then 5, then 10, then 15. As Shannon looks somewhat concerned, and when it looks like she's about to say something about it, the door to Tewksbury's office will slowly drift open. She catches her tongue, looks back at the two of you. I think it's time. I think he's getting tired of waiting.
The doctor will see you now.
Yes.
I don't know.
You should probably go talk.
For some reason, I expect Tewksbury to have like a PA system.
What's that fucking fancy VA bullshit?
Principal Tewksbury.
Yeah, kinda. It's just,
Come to the principal's office immediately.
yeah, he would let you wait deliberately, and then just over the PA system, like, Mr. Sawyer, please. It's extra
Don't
creepy.
spend 3 months working on like a custom fucking mail delivery system for the Chantry just to use a fucking PA system.
I could
What's this
see that.
nerd shit?
I could see that with him, to be honest. Just
I mean, I just half expect him to talk through my own cat. So
but in a PA, in like the voice of a PA system.
yeah, pretty much.
Mr. Masters, to the principal office, please. And it's just a cat in the corner.
No, the cat just climbs up like right in front of the computer, just blocking the view. Come to the
Yeah.
principal's office immediately.
That'd be
Man, you
neat.
think Tewksbury has way more mind in life than he does. Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess we just enter. I'll let I let Dr. Fish go in first because he was there before me.
Oh no.
So there was 3 chairs set out in front of Tewksbury's desk. And he will look at the two of you.
Professor?
You're making an impeccable first impression about this already.
It's not our fault that the third guy isn't there.
I suppose I should go get him, shouldn't I?
No. I don't want him here.
I don't even want to see him anymore.
And it seems neither does he.
I had such high hopes for the lot of you. He gestures a hand, and the chairs will rearrange themselves almost on their own, like they're being slid around by an invisible servant. The One of the chair on the right will move to the side as the two chairs will reposition themselves in front. Please have a seat.
Third chair just flies out the window violently. Fine, I don't want to see him anymore. Brr.
Goes through my window.
Just lands on you.
Fuck you, nerd! It's like a brick through a window. Except it's a
That
fucking
sounds
chair.
just as petty as he is. So
Yeah, I would kind of expect something like that. Anyway, yeah, I sit down.
so will I.
I had much higher expectations for you all.
I don't really believe that. That sounds like a lie.
You got the guy as like a mentor, as a level 4 mentor.
I know. That's how I know.
I hope you both realize that. And in that period of time, you have gotten one of your own number killed, had another one betray you, and then I'll get to that one in just a moment. In one of your flagrant fuck-ups, we now have an unaccounted for amount of tasks simply floating around after you failed to secure it. No proper research done, as when I had individuals dispatched to try and examine the scene, all the residences had been wiped from what had happened. And then, on your next outing, you have managed to get one of my personal cabal mates. What's a good word? Shall we go with evaporated? And that I can understand as a casualty. I can set aside my own emotions. And yet you then proceeded to fail to deal with your former cabal mate, as he is now in the possession of the technocracy to be used as a weapon against us. What do you have to say for yourselves, young men?
I'm. Do you want to go first, Mage?
And to add it all off,
Uh,
your numbers cannot even understand a summon when it is given. I forgot about that one. Especially when given by their superiors. Even virtual adepts, in my experience at least, have the foresight to know when somebody's called for them.
Not to defend his behavior, Professor, but I think Jordan's demise has hit him harder than us too. Even though it did hit us.
Does that make you special?
No, of course not.
You think you're the only 3 in this entire chantry that are affected by this?
No, of course not. I would never even
So
imply
then why
that.
do you think? So then why do you think you're so special?
I don't. I was just implying that he might be drunk out of his gourd, lying on the floor of his room.
Really?
Maybe.
Very professional. So I have come to an understanding that I have made a mistake, as I've come to discover. We, amongst my own cabal, have given you all special attention for your lessons. Some may even say we've given you special privileges. Maybe. We've driven you harder than others would have. That should have given you an edge. Instead, I believe where we went wrong was giving you the amount of unilateral freedom that we have. As of today,
I understand.
hey, as of today, I will be suspending each of your Chantry memberships with the exception of one Nathan Pole.
Oh my god! I came back at the right moment.
Also, go retrieve your friend Mr. Masters. He will have a more formal punishment.
Wait, is Maggie suspended too?
Yes,
Well, shit.
Nathan is the only one who isn't.
Because he wasn't there.
Also, I just completely ignored the notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little bitch.
No,
Excuse me.
like someone who has just completely just doesn't even want to deal with whatever the hell the Chantry wants right now.
Yeah, like a little bitch.
Someone who
Everything that
has shut off from the rest of the world, emotionally and physically.
Yeah, unfortunately,
everything
Professor Tewksbury's a dick. Anyways,
everything that the Chantry has put me through right now is awful.
So
Yeah,
you're
well,
like good riddance.
anyway.
I'm like, I don't even want to deal with you right now. Just let me at least have like 10 minutes to myself.
anyways, and we will continue to suspend your official access to Chantry resources until I deem otherwise.
Well, darn.
Oh
You getting
no.
tested?
Oh no, I have to live in one of my other two apartments. Terrible.
You will also live in Chantry grounds until then, so I can keep a closer eye on you all.
Oh no.
You are to report any goings and leavings to Shannon.
Was that always her name?
Let's go with Shannon, yes.
Yes.
Oh, we could just
Here's the thing.
head can.
Actually,
Sorry,
it's not Shannon.
No, you first.
She tries to correct him, but he doesn't care.
Honestly, my headcanon is that she just changes the name every week.
Yeah, that would. Here's the thing. I think Tewksbury also doesn't remember her name.
Perfect.
He doesn't
was
care
it,
to.
Yeah, like was it always Shannon? He just kind of shrugs. Well.
How dare you do this on Marilyn's birthday? My name's Carol.
Was it always Carol? We're not
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
this. We're talking about your disregard for Chantry procedure. Anyway,
Now,
yeah.
I recommend you go retrieve your friend Mr. Masters. Post haste.
And without saying a word, I will stand up and start walking over to get to get him, since holy shit has Lance fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Shannon's got this look on her face like, oh, fuck.
I mean,
Since Tewksbury
granted,
didn't even take the time to close the door when you guys walked in, so she heard that entire fucking thing.
Oh shit.
granted, he hasn't fucked up much more than the two of us, but
Oh yeah. No, he has.
I think he's just more angry at the
door
fact
after
that I
I
just
closed the door.
ignored his notice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like a little bitch.
You dickbag.
Yeah, there's procedure to these things. You don't
Anyway.
disrespect your superiors.
His procedure can go fuck itself.
Are we allowed to leave? And yeah, I was asking if we're allowed to leave because I'm not sure actually.
Just a second. I don't have anything set up for this beforehand, but I can improvise. She fumbles around behind her desk and pulls out like a binder. And after about like 50 minutes of fiddling around on her computer, she'll like print off like really basic like sign in sign out sheet basically.
No,
Like something
I
out of fucking
oh
school.
no, I meant if we're allowed to leave the office. I didn't realize we're already out.
Oh yes, you can. Sure, you can go. I'd recommend just checking in with me. I'm not going to be super strict about what you can and can't go,
No, I mean,
but I don't think you should really piss off the big cheese anymore.
Oh,
okay,
hey,
okay. Then
question.
before we approach the secretary, Sawyer would have gotten up, almost ready to say something, like mouth
One
open.
second.
Mhm.
Yes, Sawyer.
Uh, my condolences, Professor.
Goodbye, Sawyer.
Oh, oh.
Well, he had to say something. He lost a friend. What else am I gonna do? Send a postcard? Come on.
We're
I'm
sorry
sorry,
for
one
your
of-
loss.
Were they ever
Yeah, no.
friends, though? That's the
With
question.
like a crying
They
kitten
were
on it.
they were cabal mates. I assume they knew each other well enough to like be sad for their loss. And Sawyer has known this guy for years. I mean, come on.
I mean,
Yep.
So Sawyer will just nod very somberly and then leave the office, closing the door behind him.
So yeah, you should really go get your other friend before he starts getting in more trouble.
Yes, we should.
Typical.
Absolutely.
And
I
well,
don't know why. I keep
now
thinking
we're
the
gonna
layout
go
of this
get
is
Lance.
totally different.
Here's where we all turn into like delinquents and bad guys and start smoking behind the gentry.
Oh my god.
Yes, please. Can we do that?
Fucking Tewksbury
Oh my
doesn't even
god, you're not
understand
gonna
me.
play fucking Hollow Ones.
Fucking Tewksbury, man.
Hollow ones?
They're the fucking like punk goth kids that are basically orphan mages that are
Oh
more organized.
yeah.
I don't
Mildly.
see why we shouldn't. I'm all for.
Just turn
No!
totally turn rebels because we got yelled
I
at by the
don't think we can
principal.
fuck this up anymore.
I can't help but imagine Sawyer with like in like a fucking goth Lolita setup.
No, Sawyer would
Like 40-year-old man with the fucking like black eyeliner and like the fucking black tutu
no
and
no no no
shit.
no
Oh my
no
god.
no. Sawyer would go like classic rebel and just start dressing up in a tweed jacket with like a pipe.
Oh god.
I
You
dare
fucking tool.
I dare say
No,
Principal
no, he-
Tewksbury misunderstood all of us entirely. Puff puff. I should challenge him to
So
a
what do you
duel.
guys do next?
Well, I'm gonna go to Lance's room.
And I'm
Chew
following
him out for being a little bitch.
for making things worse for the rest of us.
Yeah, on the
Somehow.
way on the way there, I'm gonna talk to Fish. So, you think we should ask for permission to open a can of whoop ass, or is that still implied in our allowance?
On Lance. Well, frankly, after this meeting, I suppose.
Here's where we get.
Unfortunately,
So,
it seems we need him in
You're
one
gonna be
piece for
walking through the
this.
halls at this point, and you will occasionally uh, come across other people. Some people don't react to you. There is, however, the occasional almost death glare you get from certain individuals that you're pretty sure from the Euthanatos.
Ooh.
I don't know
Some
any
of
of
them,
them.
some of them don't really matter, or I'm sorry, don't really matter. Don't seem to have much reaction to you. Other ones, you're pretty certain that you wouldn't want them to know where you sleep at night.
But
Lovely.
surely they know. We live in the building. There has to be a
It's
floor
a
plan.
metaphor. It's
Yeah,
a metaphor, you fuck.
Don't do metaphors, good sir.
Fuck off. So, anyways. Yeah. The news for them has already spread through.
Ah, jeez, they're gonna challenge us to a fight after school in the yard.
They're gonna come at us snapping.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, that would be terrible.
Oh no.
Oh god. Man, these are the last guys you should be making fun of.
Yeah, they're probably gonna kill us.
I'm not
at some point.
canonically making fun of
Yeah,
them.
seriously. I don't like
I'm just saying.
in character Sawyer doesn't really know them, so he doesn't really pay attention to their antics.
Antics.
Well, yeah, antics. They can be mad about the death of their order mate or whatever you call it. That's their right. But in Sawyer's mind, A, it's not his fault that Jordan died. B, there was nothing he could have done to prevent it. In fact, he would have died too if he had tried. So,
At this point, it seems like that would have been the easiest way out of this.
well, who said the life of a mage is easy?
No one ever.
So, you will end up at Lance's door.
I will immediately start knocking on it, like in a very forceful way. Lance, open the door. Open the door
I'm
right
gonna check
now.
if it's locked.
Come out. Watch out for the foot.
But no, we're not gonna just open the door. That's impolite. That's uncouth.
I really
Oh
don't
my
care
God.
at this
Etiquette.
point.
Etiquette is important, Dr. Fish.
Etiquette's
there's
etiquette.
no
You've just
answer,
been
number one.
excommunicated, basically.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna wait like a minute just to be polite. And then I look to Dr. Fish. Well, I tried. Your turn. And now you can
Yeah, so
just kick the door in forever I get, whatever I get.
I'm going to see if his. So, do you lock your door?
Yeah, the door's locked. If you tried it, if you go to try and open it, you'll understand it's locked.
Oh no, whatever shall we do against the locked door with all our fancy magics?
Oh no.
What do? You have been confounded by door.
What
is
do?
like
Door.
It is like playing Pathfinder. Let me just roll my strength check. Anyway, well, I still have 4 paradox. I don't really want to risk getting more by opening a door with magic.
You actually are currently in the Chantry, which would make most of your magic coincidental.
Oh, okay then. In that case, I'm gonna take out a small key again, inscribed with runes because that's my thing.
Obviously.
I'm gonna put it in the the
Keyhole.
key. Thank you. My mind was on door hole, and that was not right.
Door.
The door hole. Yeah, it's just the hole where the door comes in. Anyway, no, I'm gonna put it in the keyhole.
Hey,
and
hey,
the
Connor.
key-
Yes, Seffi?
While just quick question while he's doing this. Do the doors only come with just like the keyhole lock,
Yes.
or do they have like a second deadbolt lock too?
No, it's just the door. If
Or
you
like
wanted to buy a second door, you could have done that.
Or like
But
the
you
little
didn't.
chain, to like keep people from opening it even if they unlock the door.
No, it's just the lock, Seffi.
Okay, I look, I had to ask.
Well, anyway, I'll put the key in the lock, and the key will then activate its built-in thing. Basically, it will vibrate so hard that it will dislodge the entire lock.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Do you
One
have
way.
Matter
Here's-
2 Forces 2?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, that works.
Here's my question: does my phone go off with the magic alert thing that I have?
I hope so.
Did you have it up?
I mean, I would assume that I always have that up. Just a
There's an app
standard
for that.
procedure.
You gotta say this shit in advance, man.
The thing is, I
Okay, fine, whatever.
I made that key road thing just in case I need to open a normal door really quickly. But at the moment, I don't give a shit about what Lance will think.
Actually, you know what? Because I don't want anything to do with the Chantry right now and kind of mage stuff in general.
You're in the
Just-
Chantry, aren't you?
Well, I know, but really have no other place to go. Actually, I probably wouldn't have it up because I don't even want to be reminded that magic is a thing right now.
Anyway, I'm breaking the lock to your door.
I'm not gonna make you roll because it'll work. You are if you're still in your fucking chantry room, you're gonna hear this shit regardless of whether or not you have the app up. As the fucking lock in your, as like the fucking deadbolt lock in your door comes violently is violently torn out of your fucking door.
It's pretty neat.
It's kind of an asshole move. It's just really, I don't care at the moment. I got.
And the door just kind of goes.
All right.
I will then wait. I will then put the key away, of course. Then open the door, now broken door. Open it and then knock on it again. Hello, Lance. Are you in here?
I'll poke my head out of the back room that is my bedroom essentially. And be like, Jesus, you could have just called.
We did.
We knocked.
Yes, we knocked.
I had headphones on,
Well then,
And I suppose
and I'll
these
port to the
headphones...
headphones that I'm currently wearing.
then how would calling out have helped?
You could have called me on my phone, dingus.
Well, I suspected you would ignore
Dingus.
that as well, considering you ignored the magic letter from Professor Tewksbury. You
Oh,
asshole!
let him have it.
Yeah, you realize we get... Yeah, you
You know what?
realize you're
This is
supposed to
as-
answer those, right?
Real quick, this is as delightful just listening in on as it is playing in.
Sawyer doesn't really swear all that much, normally.
Yeah.
But fuck Lance!
The headphones are connected to my phone. You could have just called and I would have answered.
Dr. Fish, could you close the... lean the door against
Answered
its
like
frame?
you answered that magical fucking missive.
Yeah, I guess I'll
Dr.
just...
Tewksbury could fucking bite my ass.
Oh wow.
Well, how about you go tell that to him in person?
I'm gonna look to Dr. Fish and go, Dr. Fish, please try to just... If you can't close the door, you can probably lean it against the frame. So just Lance,
Yeah, I'll close the door.
we lost our chantry privileges. In no small small. One moment.
Use your words.
Let me just drink some.
There we go.
Very dry.
That's not a character.
I'm getting sick. I have very dry lips. Anyway, in no small part thanks to your antics, by which I mean you're behaving like a spoiled teenager. You're not a kid. You can't just hole up in here and throw a temper tantrum. You were summoned by the head of an order. Anyway, we got yelled at like delinquents.
We would have gotten yelled at regardless.
Yes, that is one
Well,
more
I've
reason not to behave like a spoiled brat.
Pompous asshole probably would have just found something else.
Yes, so I'd
where's
like
the
to
lie?
limit the amount of things that he can rightfully yell at us for. Because if you
You're like
haven't
the fucking
noticed,
president. You can't just cover up one fuck up with another one.
because if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of shit we've done.
That Sawyer will do air quotes, which also not something he does do very often. That pompous asshole, as you call him, as you call my mentor, just lost a cabal mate, someone he has known for years, probably decades. For fuck's sake, maybe centuries for all we know. He has every right to be upset with us because we were involved in the demise of his friend. Anyway, we also got revoked our right to come and go as we please. To varying degrees, I assume.
I mean, out of character, technically, all you have to do is just let them go. Let them know where you're going.
Yeah,
and
but
when
what
you're
if...
coming back.
Yes, but I think they
Also out
reserve
of
the right to
character-
say no.
I mean, yeah, they do, but
And I have a feeling they're likely to practice that a lot.
Just for shits
Essentially,
and
Lance,
giggles.
we now have a curfew. I haven't had a curfew for 30 years.
All right, I'm gonna come out of the doorway.
I'm
I'm
essentially what has
basically
happened is that your ability to come and go as you please is now in the hands of a consort,
Yeah.
not an actual mage, but some random unawakened fuck who
Yeah,
now has control over whether or not you can come and go.
like I said, it's a
Oh
fucking
man, this is getting better
curfew.
and better.
This is
Also-
humiliating.
Absolutely.
This is
I'm not
one
wearing my
step
usual
up
outfit of like
from
dress
house
shirt,
arrest.
like dress shirt, vest, and dress pants. It's now like just
T-shirt
like
and loafers.
a t-shirt with just like a plain hoodie and shorts,
So you look
Yeah.
like you're token finally.
Just
more or less.
a depressed mess, basically.
Well, not a depressed mess. I'm still like
Yeah, but
relatively like I'm still taking care of myself. It's just I'm not like
you don't care.
dressed like it's business
You can
anymore.
hear the Linkin Park blasting through his headphones.
Look,
All right.
I know
I'll turn that
that
off.
I know that look. Okay, I have depression. I know that look.
Yep. It's not a fun look.
Lance, do you have anything to say for yourself that doesn't amount to "Ooh, I don't care, old man. You're not my real dad."
Who needs telenovelas when you get this?
You're not my real dad.
I'm gonna start making coffee at this point.
Oh my god, can we I'm sorry, off track for a moment. Can we at some point please have a telenovela campaign?
Oh my god. Yes.
We would need sound effects though for the reveals that like, no, it was your sister. Da-da.
No! What's the problem?
Yeah, someone just needs to get a
we could procure
soundboard.
those.
God, it would end
Yeah.
up like the Californians from SNL.
All right, just put that in the back idea. That's getting a pin in it. We're gonna have that later.
That would be a great like spell-like effect. Just everything you do is kind of like a sitcom or novella,
Oh god.
like some sort of
So
I
mind.
know, right?
we're going
Like
back to where Lance is continuing to have his shit fit and is now making coffee.
I'm trying to think of a response.
Stop stalling for time, Lance. I asked you a question. I'm metagaming in Mage. It's great.
I know. I'm trying to think of a response.
Oh, leg. That's a good response. Just leg.
Fuck
Leg.
you, old. Screw
Leg.
you, old timer. You don't know how
So
hard it
are
is to
we
be
just
a
going
kid
to
in
have
this
to
world.
drag you?
Leg.
So, anyways, in character,
So are we just going to have to
Look.
drag you or what?
Drag
Is
him
that how
Every
it's going to
time-
work?
Every time that everyone that I start getting close to apparently is just disappeared by now.
I miss
Like?
Bob too.
Bob, Jordan, kind of starting to like Jordan.
All the people you worked for when you still was on the police force.
The
Your
police
parents?
force, the
Your
police
family?
force that I used to work for, my parents, my best friend, and pretty much everyone that I've ever known and cared about, just gone, just up and gone.
Oh, and you think you're alone in that, huh? We
Sawyer,
knew all,
Like the fish?
we knew
Oh,
most of
what you
those
did.
people too.
It's
Sawyer-
not that I'm
wait,
alone, and
Okay.
it keeps happening.
You know what? Sawyer, who is still in contact with his family, will not say anything to that.
Yeah.
Dramatic privilege.
I, however,
Do we
will
know?
not
Do we know that you're still in
mention-
contact with your family?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
will just
Sawyer
not
got to
men-
keep his family privileges.
I
Hermetic
will
privilege.
not mention the fact that I am currently working on turning my mostly dead brother into a Frankenstein's monster.
Let's not talk about that
but-
right now.
You know what? I don't think I've told any of you guys about
You
that in
shouldn't.
character.
You should
and
not
I
tell us.
probably won't.
You should not tell us that. That would be a terrible idea.
I mean, I don't know what's going on in Fish's life, so I can't I can't really say anything against him.
Twinge
Well,
of guilt that is then drowned in the toilet.
Well, Sawyer, who feels just, well, not even a twinge of guilt. That's a pretty heavy guilt, to be honest. Like,
I
because
mean, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of losing people.
Sawyer will go over, put a hand on Lance's shoulder. Lance, we all lost people we care about. But the important thing to remember is that the rest of us is still here. We can still help you if you let us. But right now,
And how do I
You
know
are
that
not.
you guys aren't just going to die later on? I
Well,
mean,
you-
Bob died pretty quickly.
Lance, you worked in a morgue. You, of all people, should know that life sometimes just ends and that you have to get over it. It will hurt. It will take a while. But that's just reality.
Death is the natural conclusion to life.
And again, good
I'm
thing that
asleep.
Fish didn't tell us about his brother because that would undermine my whole point. Now, Lance, if
And
you
I'm
want
not
your
sure
if you want your loved ones back as a creepy cyborg monster, Dr. Fish can help you with that. That's not a problem.
Oh no,
In
oh no,
character.
they're still alive, but I have no idea whether they even still know if I exist.
Well, Lance, normally I would say we can probably bend the rules a bit to maybe see them again, but right now we can't. We would get into even more trouble.
And if you also, again, if you haven't noticed, I'm sure you couldn't fucking swing a cat around here without without finding someone in the exact same position.
Excuse me, and I'll cover Bartholomew's ears.
Fuck you. I'm gonna punt that cat out the window.
No, not
I
my
just-
cat.
Oh,
I'm imagining the scene from Boondock Saints where they shoot Rocco's girlfriend's cat. I shot your fucking cat, you bitch!
Wow, I must have forgotten about that part.
don't
It's
mean
been a-
to
it's
cat.
been a
It's not its fault.
It's been a few years since I saw that movie.
I will shoot myself in the head if you can tell me what its fucking name was. Oh my god, what fucking color was it? I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Look,
I fuck his
I-
mother.
okay. Look, I will go and talk to Dr. Hooksbury when
No,
I'm ready. But right now,
No,
I want
I'm not.
just
I'm
my
no. Fuck it.
with
I'm
my
gonna, no.
own
I'm gonna stop him right
shit.
there. I'm gonna stop him. Lance, you will not talk to the professor right now. You will not. In fact, we will not even approach him right now. The man needs distance. The man is distant to a degree that is ridiculous already, and now he lost a friend, and he will have to deal with that pain on his own. And maybe his other cabal mates, but certainly not us. We are the last people he wants to see right now. In fact, I
He did
think
specifically request for Lance.
What?
He did.
He did specifically request for Lance.
after we were gone.
Like he told you to bring him here.
Oh,
Specifically,
oh, sorry, I must have missed that.
yes. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, look, I understand that we were supposed to go see him. I will go see him when I'm getting ready. Yes. Not right now.
What? And you think we were good and ready to see him?
But I was.
Yes.
Well, I
Man.
suppose that makes one of us.
I
I'm
even went to
sorry.
the
Look,
toilet.
I'm sorry. Look, I'll go and see him when I'm ready to see him. Right now, let me deal with. Just let me take a minute to breathe.
That'd be not breathing. This is Mage, motherfucker.
Well, it seems we don't have time for that.
Gonna dress up in all black. Let his hair grow out. You're not the only one with issues, Professor. I'll cut myself. Smoke behind the chantry.
Crawling in my skin.
God, no. God, we will
So
visit his
anyways,
room. We'll
in
visit his room
character.
again later. There will be like a blacklight poster of a panther somewhere.
Oh god. In character.
Yeah, in character. Okay, then in character, I guess I didn't tell him that Tewksbury doesn't want to see him if he wants to see him.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
I
Does
guess I understand.
does anybody else want coffee right now?
So you're not gonna go see Tewksbury, is what I'm hearing.
I will see him later.
No, you will.
But right now,
No, you'll see him now.
oh my god.
I insist.
If we show up at Tewksbury's office, manhandling Lance, would that help us or not in this situation?
You
Well,
have the
would it
distinct
hurt-
feeling that as long as you get him there, Tewksbury will not give a shit.
Will it
Guys-
hurt us more than showing up empty-handed?
Okay,
Oh
then
god.
all right. Sawyer will
Or,
look.
even worse, if we don't show up at all?
Yeah. Okay, first of all, Sawyer does not want to resort to violence as a first choice, or even a second one at that. He will look over to Dr. Fish to make sure that he can totally resort to violence as a first choice. Look, my own morals only apply to myself. All right. I realize that others.
There's
I
nothing
realize
wrong
that
with that.
someone. I realize that someone else may want to punch Lance in the face, and there's nothing wrong with that from my standpoint. Anyway, so I will go over, stand next to Lance, who's making coffee. And so, Lance, you really should see him right now, if only for the sole reason that you're making all of our situations worse by not doing so. So please, if you have to, take your coffee, go down there. Go down there the way you look right now. Go down there like a slob. Maybe it helps make a point that this whole thing affects you too. But go down there.
I should probably not go with the coffee mug that I have in my hand, which is a coffee mug. It's a like pastel yellow coffee mug with the dinosaur from All My Friends Are Dead.
Okay, maybe you should have a different coffee mug.
Tuesday, don't mug me. That was Bob's favorite.
And whatever happened to just plain, normal, single-colored coffee mugs?
Oh, I have those. I just prefer the other ones.
Amazing.
It's my form of self-expression.
Well, do we have a sorry we were there when your friend was killed, Mark? Or a postcard for that? Huh.
Man.
No, that was not in character. It would be silly. Look,
You know what? I'll go.
implored
You know
him to
what?
go.
I'll take a mug. I'll take a mug with the "This is fine" "This is fine" meme dog.
Perfect.
Again, I
Put
really
the room
don't
on
think.
fire.
Just bring the most plain, inoffensive mug you have if it really matters. If you really need to bring it.
Also, on the risk of fuck, what's the word? I can't remember the word. I'm just gonna say, Lance, you may want to put some pants on.
I'm wearing shorts. Like they're not. It's not boxers. It's
Shorts?
like shorts.
Oh, sorry, they're the same for me.
I realized that when you were asking that question, but
Yeah.
Let's go fuck over my friends. Yeah.
I mean they're basically like basketball shorts.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll go. Well, actually, no. I'm already wearing my like.
Basically, you're dressed in what Sawyer would call squash attire.
Yeah, I'm wearing like boat shoes too.
Oh my god.
Like the slip-ons where you don't have to wear socks.
Well, you clearly have no points in etiquette. You know what? Fuck it. Just as long as you're not naked, just go down there.
You know what? That might make this better.
It would not. Although I don't know. Here's the thing, I would get into trouble too. Otherwise, I would say go for it.
I'm
Oh,
trying to figure out if
Professor,
that's
I
more.
feel for you.
I'm
I
trying to
feel
figure out
for
if
your
that's
loss.
more insulting to him or not.
It would be. It's just, oh, Professor, I feel for your loss. That's why I'm au naturel. What can I do to soften it?
Oh no.
Man.
Just
Eyes up
swing
here,
it
Dr.
free.
Tewksbury.
I can see Tewksbury actually going, I don't swing that way.
Eyes up here, Dr. Tewksbury.
Man.
You're not my type.
Man, you are a special kind of fucking yourself.
Just
Aren't they always?
get down into the fucking office, Lance.
Whatever.
That was not in character, so I would not say fucking.
Let me go grab my phone. I'll go into the other room and grab my phone. I'll lock the door too. No. Also,
So you're gonna walk down to Professor Tewksbury's office, correct?
first I'll open the note first, just out of principle, and look at it. I assume it says come to my office immediately.
I hope it changed. I hope it magically
The
changed.
note is blank when you open it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Ooh.
see, look, didn't even send me a notice. I mean, he
I
sent me a
assume
notice,
it
but doesn't even
changed
have
because
anything
you
written on it.
didn't. I assume it's changed since.
I kind of expected him, like, his face to melt off, like in Raiders of the Lost
I
Ark.
wonder if I write. I wonder if I write "fuck you" if it'll get back to him.
How about you don't?
Let's not find out.
If we throw him out of the cabal right now, would that come back to us or not?
I don't know.
Lance, you're fired. Out of a cannon into the sun.
At least let me have my cat first.
Yes, your cat will join you on this trip.
Don't bring the kitty. It hasn't done anything.
Excuse me,
You
Professor. That's
monster.
excuse me, Professor. That's
You know
my
what?
emotional support.
You know what?
cat.
Nathan gets Bartholomew.
Lance, you cannot take your emotional support cat.
I need him as much as he needs me.
I understand that, but for one, his name is ridiculous. And for another, I don't think you're allowed to take pets into the office of the professor.
I
He
hope
doesn't
he's allergic.
exactly seem like a cat person.
Why
I
would he
hope
be
he's allergic.
Why would he's a powerful mage? If he was ever allergic, I'm sure he isn't anymore.
Excellent point.
Whatever, let's go.
Please, a proper mage is not allergic to felines. We're allergic to dragons, unicorns, Volpertingers. Proper pets, Mr. Masters.
Sugar,
Oh my God,
sugar
it's been a
gliders.
while since-
All
It's
right.
been a while since I heard the word Volpertinger. Shit, what are those again?
They're rabbits with
So
wings
you're
and
gonna
antlers.
roll up down to Tewksbury's office where you make more of an ass of yourself, right?
Basically,
I
that's,
mean,
I think that's the
I'm
plan.
going with what I'm wearing right now, which is like, super cash.
Okay. All right. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So you show
Oh,
up. So you show up.
I am going in. I do have the coffee mug that says this is fine, dog.
So you show up. Shannon looks at you, looks back down. The double takes. Are you sure you want to walk in there dressed like that?
Look, he wanted to see me. He's gonna get to see me.
Trust me, it was enough of a headache to actually get him to leave his apartment.
Wow. You're such an idiot.
He really is.
Also, I
Well,
I
all right,
didn't.
whatever.
I did not go with you, by the way, because I'm cleaning up the. Well, actually, I'm taking care of the apartment because I kind of broke the door. So.
Oh, I was gonna wait for you.
Well, no, I figured one is enough to bring you down there if you like. You're going of your own free will after all.
Well, I'd rather have the person who's actually a part of the order go with me.
What? Who?
It
Which one was
won't.
that again?
I mean, it won't help.
Sawyer.
That's me.
Gotcha.
I mean, it won't help. You know what? Okay, fine. Yeah, if you need,
Look.
if no, okay, if you need that, I'm coming with you. That's okay. So we're all going
Well
down there.
done.
Oh, right. So Shannon will just shake her head. You know, I've seen this 100 times, but it never turns out any better. Whatever.
Ooh.
It's not like it would be any better if I was dressed better.
It would be.
The punishment's still gonna be the same.
It would objectively
Goodwill
be
can
better.
bring you a long way.
Well, you would probably be shouted at less.
Yeah, you show
Hey,
a proper
and-
respect.
And
Shannon like presses a button on her desk, and you can hear a little faint buzzer in the back, and then Shannon will go up and open the door. Gesture for everybody to go on in.
do I have to go back in?
Just go.
I will go in first. I'll open the door. I hold it open for Lance, who hopefully will show the proper respect by bowing a little, or maybe just crawling in on his fucking belly and then exposing his belly in front of the professor to show subservience.
Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a second.
Whatever. We all go in. We roll on our back. We expose our fragile bellies.
Yes.
This is not werewolf.
Are they actually doing that?
Lupus tend to do that, yeah.
Cool.
Because lupus
I
are
like that.
actual wolves that turn into people.
Ah, it's
Oh
cool.
my god, I need to play one. Please, can I play one? He'd be ridiculous.
Yeah,
I offered
old.
to let you get motherfuckers play werewolf, and you said you didn't want to do it.
That's true. We didn't.
I've changed my mind.
Well, that's
Oh,
too
now that
fucking
you
bad.
now that you can play a doggo, you changed your mind. Typical.
Of course, wouldn't you?
But you can change.
What did you expect?
You can transmute your body into a doggo with like the magic you have. Well, not the magic you have.
Yeah, and get a
Actually, you probably
shitload of
can.
paradox.
What's the worst that could happen?
Fucked over?
You
Okay,
could turn into
sorry.
Lance.
Sorry, I had to
I mean,
take care of
yeah.
something.
Yeah, you get a point.
Alright, what's going on?
Well, we're in. I went in first in the office. I'm holding the door open for you and Dr. Fish.
Oh, yeah, I mean we walk in. Well,
I
I
made
walk
it-
in.
I made a joke about you
About
exposing
fish.
your vulnerable belly to the professor, so he knows he's still dominant. Then we talked about werewolves.
Oh, right. So you open up, and everybody walks on in. Anybody do anything? Tewksbury is sitting there, writing on his desk. Doesn't say anything when you all walk in.
Didn't expect him to. Do I really? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds for Lance to say something. I'm gonna give him that chance
Yeah.
before I
I'm
will
gonna
behave
hope-
like his father.
I'm going to pray to whatever gods may or may not exist that he won't say something completely stupid.
I don't think that will work out.
Except also knowing that I don't think anything can stop that.
Mighty Shove Niggurath, grant me your favor in this situation.
Yes, Dr.
Oh,
Tewksbury?
Oh, he said something.
What did you say?
I said I basically said I'm here. I'm here. Well,
You wanted to see me,
Miss-
maybe?
Mr. Tewksbury looks up, and then for what was already a sour and dour look on his face, just deepens more into a frown once he sees what you're wearing. All right. I'm glad to see that you're taking this seriously, Lance. You know what? If you
I
wish,
hurried
if
over
you
here as
wish for us
quickly as
to
I could.
expedite this process, then very well. I'm confiscating your node.
Oh.
You will not have it returned to you until after I deem appropriate.
Oh.
I'm aware that you have a familiar to feed, Lance. I don't care. Get out of my office.
Wow. He basically.
I'll turn around. I'll turn around and just leave.
Oh no, the teacher took away your phone.
Oh no. Damn it,
Your
and I feel
phone
like
and your pet.
Gygaxia.
But no, he still has his pet. He just has to find another way to feed it by, I assume, giving blowjobs behind the shanty while we smoke.
I mean, that sounds likely.
You will have to get no more fancy familiar food. You will have to get the store brand.
Here's my question: how soon would I have fed my familiar by now? I don't know.
You feed your familiar. What? How many dots is your familiar?
It's just one. He's
All right,
just
so it's
about
one
familiar.
quintessence per week. It is currently, I believe, like Thursday.
So it'd be like close to the end of the week.
Yes. And as you know, if
Okay.
you don't feed your familiar quintessence, they will leave.
I know.
Anyway, Sawyer will also leave just because what can he say? Come on. He can't even apologize for Lance because there would be no point in it.
Oh no, he took away my node.
I hope you're not saying that outside his office.
I would wait to say that until like we're like all the way at least like back into my cafe.
He can probably still hear it.
Probably, but who cares at that point? At
Oh
that
my
point,
God.
I'm in the comfort of my own home.
I want to change cabals.
Same.
I just kick me out.
Honestly,
That's all you
same.
gotta do.
Big mood.
Actually, that's the noise he makes when he gets outside. Just.
Yeah, not as much yelling as I thought.
Lance, go back to your room and repair your door, Lance.
I
Where's
thought you
Nathan?
repaired the door.
Where's Nathan? No, I didn't repair the door. I broke the door.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Nathan is having like another wonderful day. There's like the music playing in the background, the song of nature. Da, 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 da.
Oh
You're
no,
having a
Nathan.
wonderful. I'm sorry.
Nathan is 100% a shit. What's it called again? Duo de fleur kind of guy.
That's totally fair.
A wallflower. Oh,
So you're having a lovely breakfast. You're sipping your favorite. I don't know if you have tea or coffee in the morning, but you have one of those. You have your favorite kind.
Coffee.
And then these three fucks come blundering into the cafe.
well, I mean, it's my cafe.
I'm sorry, not the cafe, the cafeteria.
Oh, I went to my cafe.
Okay, first of all, I'm not blundering in. I'm just kind of. Well, I got yelled at by my mentor.
Here's my question: they took away our chantry privileges. Does that also include food from the cafeteria?
I would assume not. Unless they. I mean, no, that would make no sense. If they want to keep track of our movements, then they wouldn't force us to eat outside if they can avoid it.
That's true. I mean, you're basically on house arrest, aren't you?
Not
Less.
it's not that strict, but it essentially it is kind of. I don't know
I
if
mean,
that's.
that is what it
It's
is.
the worst
Okay.
for Sawyer, as he has essentially been told that he has a babysitter that doesn't even have to be a maid.
Yeah, there is a concept in Germany it would be like an open prison. I don't think you have that in the U.S.
No.
Well, I mean, we have house arrest and like parole.
Yeah.
Not the same. That
Yeah.
means you can't leave the house.
So
Also not parole.
what does open prison entail?
Oh, it
then?
basically means you are, if you're like a low quality criminal. What? No. you're like a shitty
Low
criminal. No,
tier.
if you're a low tier criminal and you have like 6 months or less remaining, or like total in your thing, you can go into an open prison, and you're kind of encouraged to leave it over the day and find a job and stuff, and then come back at
Oh.
night. It's kind of it's a weird concept, but it works. It's a good thing for like rehabilitation.
Neat.
So it's kind of like just being in rehab, but with parole.
I guess.
It's having a parole officer, except you sleep in a jail cell.
Yeah.
Neat.
Anyway, so yeah, Sawyer will, I guess, go into the cafeteria to look for Nathan.
So there is at least. So it's not super busy at this point in the morning because it's nearly 10. Most people have eaten earlier. Although there will parts of the cafeteria will quiet down immediately as a handful of individuals, obviously you Thanatos, stop talking and will sort of gaze over like old Western style as Sawyer walks on into the room. Nobody had that reaction to Nathan, by the way, just to note.
Of course not.
Nice.
Nathan wasn't there. Sawyer will. Sawyer will deal with this whole affair later. I have an idea on how to deal with it without annoying anyone else or getting myself killed. Anyway, I'm gonna look for Nathan, and when I see him, sit down at the same table. Like, what's the etiquette here? Do I sit across from you or next to you?
Well, it depends on how familiar you want to be with Nathan. Nathan's sitting.
We are in the same order.
That is fair. Nathan's sitting quietly, with a small smile on his face as he works on his notes.
Nothing could possibly go wrong today.
Absolutely.
I'm sitting down next to him. Just start ranting about the new Thanatos, of course. The Thanatos have my arse. They want to kick me. It's just terrible. What a bunch of assholes. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Obviously. I mean, you're not suicidal.
like one of those assholes who would never do anything on the gays are on my back because I made a joke about them. Ugh. They went to HR. Just the fucking worst, man.
And that was it.
Fine.
Sawyer got shot in the face.
Just don't shift on my phone.
I'm gonna wait for Zephy to finish whatever he's doing.
Good.
Sorry. Ignore the cat.
I'm trying to. No, I sit down next to Nathan. Not even getting food because honestly, no appetite right now.
That's fair. No one really expects you to
What,
have.
what time is it in the day?
It's like 10-ish.
That sounds about right. Like shortly
Yeah.
shortly after 10. Bit of a late breakfast for Nathan, I guess.
Well, he's well, it's a bit of it's a mix between breakfast and he's just been sitting here for a while, taking notes, enjoying the cafe. What's it called again? The cafeteria environment.
That's fair.
Like he's just been having a grand old gay time.
Well, time to ruin that.
Everything's
Oh, yeah.
going so wonderful
Here's
today.
the question: does Nathan know about the death of Jordan? I would say
Nope.
Really?
Well, no one's really told him about it.
Oh shit. Okay then.
Actually, wait, Connor, would someone have told Nathan about the death of Jordan?
Not yet. This is like some end
Oh,
of the day
geez.
shit. You got up. You were having a lovely day. You took a shower. You brewed some tea. You read a book. You got up. You went out to the cafeteria. Sat down. You have not heard back from these fuck buckets.
So basically, all the new Thanatos know is that Jordan died and we were there.
Yeah, pretty much.
No wonder they're
Fuck.
No wonder they hate us right now. Oh jeez.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
also,
we have to remedy that later.
Yeah.
As Nathan is aware, because he is the only one who did investigation, Jordan represented the only individual that the Thanatos referred to as a guru in the Chantry.
Oh, also,
Crap.
since Nathan did do some investigation, like he kept up with gossip and rumors. Would he have caught something? Caught something about something being very wrong in the Euthanatos?
Nathan would have noticed when Sawyer walked in the room and 3 Euthanatos just gave him fucking death stares.
Gotcha. So Nathan is going to look up as Sawyer sits down by him, and he's gonna say, "My, you've made yourself popular."
Sawyer will look into the distance for a bit. Let's go. Jordan died.
Nathan will sit in stunned silence for a moment. Then he's going to reach up and rub his eyes and take off his reading glasses and put them down. Well, that explains a few things.
It's also the fact that Adnam escaped, but nobody saw that yet.
No one cares about that fucking guy.
I mean,
God
we
damn it,
know
Adam
that
escaped.
that's kind of
I didn't say
a
that.
secondary thing.
I didn't say that because I honestly don't care about Adam. I kind of forgot about him, to be honest.
I care about Adam. He killed me. Well,
Not killing you! Wow, there is a backstory to Nathan that we have never heard. He killed me!
I am the ghost of Bob's yet to come.
That's when I smack you over the head. Stop with the ghost bullshit. No one believes it.
Damn it. Oh, but it's
No.
such an amusing shtick.
Anyway, Sawyer will wait a couple seconds for you to kind of, digest that information. Then go, we went outside yesterday to look for Adam. And we ran into someone who basically we were no match to them. Jordan was surprised, I guess, and we didn't really find anything of him, to be honest. It was he just kind of shakes his head, like at a loss for words.
And Nathan sits equally as much at a loss for words. And it seems like he's either struggling to comprehend something or just thinking so deeply that it's hurting him a little bit. And he shakes his head as well. How did it happen?
He let's say all he left behind was a small scorched patch on the wall.
The less details you say about that particular incident, the better, I have a feeling. Nathan says, giving the Euthanatos a slightly worried look.
All that really needs to be. All that we really know for certain is it was something of an ambush by probably the technocracy.
I had a
We're not
feeling it was those.
Quite.
Hmm?
I keep thinking if there was anything we could have done to help him, but I doubt it. Anyway,
It's unlikely there was anything you could have done.
for the sake of bureaucracy, Dr. Fish, myself, and Nathan got our chantry privileges.
Nathan?
And sorry, Nathan, and Lance. God damn you with your name, Lance. I can never remember. Dr. Fish, myself, and Lance got our chantry privileges revoked. We are I would guess under investigation right now. And as you can see, certain groups of people, and I kind of not outright point at the new Thanatos, but kind of wave, like make a gesture towards them, are not exactly our friends right now. Something we will need to deal with soon. You are not blamed, by the way. You are absolutely out of this. You are blameless. So don't worry.
He says as if worrying is something I don't do every day.
Lance is taking it a bit harder. Again, something we will need to deal with later, and by we I mean mostly me.
Oh, I want to help if nothing else.
He will probably need some friends,
It sounds like it.
someone else to talk to aside from the cat.
Although felines do tend to provide excellent conversation.
He named the cat Bartholomew. Does that strike you as the product of a sane mind?
Unfortunately, I've met many a mind like those.
None of
Generally,
them
they
sane.
study English.
None of them sane.
So yes. So exactly, none of them sane.
Bartholomew is still. I don't know what to think of the name. I think it's impressive, but I hate it. Like on a very fundamental level, I hate it. But it's still great.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I just wanted to tell you what happened. If you want more details, I am sure the entire chantry will get a communicate later today. And I need to go and study something. So, if you would excuse me. And so I will just, so I will leave the cafeteria kind of like, kind of depressed, to be honest, like kind of like very downtrodden. Of course, he always looks like that, so who knows. And he will go back to his quarters.
And Nathan will consider finishing his coffee. And he'll sigh, down it as much as he can.
Hey, Connor, you're
Put
breathing
the
in
mug
loudly in your
away.
mic.
Anyway,
Spiteful little
he'll
child.
he'll finish his coffee and then he'll get up. Consider that his life was so much easier living in Canada. And then he will wander off in search of Lance.
Lance, meanwhile, just in his cafe, talking to his cat. You're the only one who understands me, Mr. Mitten.
No, now he's talking to his phone.
You're the only one who understands me, Mr. Buttons.
Mr. Gygax.
Hold on.
Get back here, you
We're holding on, Zephy.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Connor. Give me a second.
Oh.
No. No, we will
Zephy's
not.
understanding.
They're
Zephy's
murder
going to
noting.
understand Tewksbury's true punishment.
Oh dear.
Oh
True
shit.
punishment. Nathan trying to relate to him.
But in Tewksbury's mind, that is hell. Just having people talk to you all the time.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he isn't. Just wait until Sawyer goes in full psychiatry mode with Lance.
Oh boy.
We will dig up all kinds of parental
Bum, bum,
weirdness.
bum.
Yep.
Yeah.
So about
So,
these audible moments you experienced, Lance.
y'all are gonna fuck off. So I'm gonna go from a person by person basis. Who wants to have the first scene? Because it sounds like you're all gonna go off and start doing some stuff.
Mine is probably really quick, so.
All right, what are you gonna go do?
Actually, first question: do I still have access to the library?
Yes. Although you will need special permission for it.
I'll
By
need
whom?
special big boy permission.
Who do you think? Your fucking babysitter.
Right. In
We get to meet your babysitter.
In that case, that will probably take a bit longer. Let me go to the toilet real quick and do something else instead.
All right. Who's next?
I mean, I'm thinking that Nathan going and talking to fucking what's his name?
Lance.
That's the one. I'm thinking that might not take too long, and it's something that we can cut off when Stinky gets back. It's just emotional and feeling
sure, whatever.
stuff.
Scenes, baby. All right. So you're gonna roll down the Lance. You will actually roll up on there as the lock has been blasted out, and you'll see, just from your view in, a mug fly across the room, and you hear chatter on a wall unseen.
Ooh. I take a step back.
That
I
fucking asshole.
timidly look inside and knock on the door frame. Is this a bad time?
No, come on in, by all means.
Lance.
Fucking asshole.
I have a strong sensation that you might need to talk about some things.
Oh, you mean the fact that Gygax is going to die because I can't feed him because I don't have access to the node? Yeah.
Connor, real quick question.
What up?
Would Gygax be able to feed off of other wizwards as nodes?
So the way that feeding quintessence to spirits works is you're not entirely sure what Gygax is, although you have a general basis on how spirits tend to work. So depending on how powerful they are, they have to invest more of themselves into bonds with mages, and in order to fill that hole, they need quintessence, based on the resonance of the mage that they have bonded with.
Okay, so we can't just feed Gygax quintessence from my node.
No, if you wanted, honestly, the only way at this point would either for Lance to find a different node, which may take a while, or Lance would need to start basically, what's the word? English.
Trading for quintessence.
Pretty much. Basically whoring himself, basically giving like under the table hand jobs for quintessence to feed his familiar.
I can give him that quintessence though, right?
It would not be the correct resonance for Lance's familiar. That being said, you could still trade it around. Somebody with enough prime could make it work.
Gotcha.
You would need prime 3 in order to be able to feed quintessence to a familiar that has a different resonance.
Okay. Let me just check what I have. I don't think I'm up to 3 just yet. I might actually be on 3 Arete, but just not 3 prime yet. Let me check.
I mean, I have 2 prime, but that's...
I only have 2 Arete. Darn.
Yeah, I also have 2 prime since prime is really important.
I'm saving up for another Dodden Arete though.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment too. But I'm not entirely sure if Fish is going to be able to do much anymore.
Would we be able to trade some of Nathan's quintessence to other people with quintessence that Gygax would be able to feed off of?
If you found the person who's willing to trade.
Gotcha. In that case, Nathan
It's
is
all
going.
about who you know.
It is. In that case, Nathan is going to say, things might not be as bad as all that. After all, quintessence can be traded, and I so happen to be the owner of a node. Though it might not be the right kind of quintessence, we can still see if we can find someone who would be willing to make an even trade, so to say.
Yeah, but don't you need it?
Not particularly. I don't really have a familiar.
Oh,
Besides, when
that
times are dire,
still doesn't excuse the fact that he's basically punishing me by killing somebody else
As
because he's
Nathan
upset.
would know, this is very much like an old school style punishment for the Order of Hermes. The eye for an eye mentality.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't kill Jordan. How is
And
this fair to me?
Unfortunately, Lance, it isn't particularly fair, but it is very much something that is very, shall we say, pervasive in this particular tradition. These kinds of punishments.
Doesn't make it right.
It very much doesn't. However, it is still true that there are things we can do.
I would
All is not
expect someone as knowledgeable as him to know the saying that an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
It is true. It is very much true. But sometimes in order to put out fires, you might have to fight fire with fire. It's backwards logic, but unfortunately that's rampant in this particular tradition as well.
Fighting fire with nuclear explosions!
That's how you do it!
I'm sorry. Continue.
In any case, hope isn't lost, and I'm willing to help you. We'll be able to find a way to feed Gygax. It might even be easier if we find someone who's willing to simply trade quintessence without knowing the explicit purpose of the trade. That way we don't need to have politics involved in it.
I mean, I
Lance,
can do some search. I can do some searches, but that's
it's
So,
quite
as
likely.
you know, there's two ways to get quintessence, basically. You could either trade quintessence, or you can either trade for the quintessence, or you can find somebody with a lot of primes, say like a Celestial Courser, um, and basically start trading favors with them to start converting quintessence into what you need.
I mean, I could talk to Father Timothy, see if he knows somebody.
The fuck do you think you talk to Father Timothy about?
I mean, see if he knows somebody in the Celestial Chorus, but that would be able to do that. But
If you think you get an obvious audience, Father Timothy, all right.
I'm gonna need that explanation again. I'm a little bit too tired.
All right.
oh, I said I could.
So
Oh,
the two most
mhm.
obvious ways that you know about is to either trade for the quintessence
Uh-huh.
of the proper resonance,
Mhm.
or you can bring your own flavor of quintessence and talk to somebody with a lot of prime, say like somebody in the Celestial Chorus, who could convert it for you, and then you need to trade favors for that.
Right.
Yep.
But so in other words, it would be easier to just find someone who's willing to make an even trade.
Maybe somebody might start raking you over the coals for this.
Oh?
Remember, not all mages are nice.
That
Yep.
is true. So we need to find someone we can, if not trust, then at least someone we cannot directly distrust.
And also, somebody may not have the exact kind of resonance that you need.
Right.
Now, the other thing is, the Chantry, while not being happy with us because of Jordan's death, probably won't want anything to do with us.
Well, as far as I've understood it, it's more of a house arrest and a testing period than it is an outright alienation or excommunication. Again, testing is something we very much do in this tradition.
Mm,
But the fact that you haven't outright been thrown out is a testament to the fact that there is hope. I mean, Tewksbury didn't throw you out and didn't hunt you off of, from the Chantry. He's giving you a chance, although it is slim, and he's also punishing all of us.
Except for Nathan. Nathan's
Except for
punishing himself enough as is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll see what I can do. I forget. The search engine wrote that I
Hey.
have. I guess I can. Well, I could look for. I guess I could search for someone who's willing to trade.
We'll both be doing
Yeah.
that.
One quintessence resonance for one quintessence with one resonance for another.
Exactly.
I like how you're
Sure, roll
already setting up really desperate plays here.
Yeah.
Will I meet you in the park with like a little sign, trade quintessence for food or something?
Starving familiar, please help.
I mean, that's
So-
essentially that's what I'm having to do is basically drug deal.
So I'm gonna save some time here. After you begin trolling around, that one of the things you'll first come across is that the first thing you realize is that nobody has the exact kind of resonance that you require.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Well,
This will
shit.
take a few hours. Meanwhile, we will go over to Sawyer and then Dr. Artifice. RT Fish. Fuck
Yes.
you, Mitch.
Oh, also Nathan,
gonna
we have 3
Run
days.
hither.
3 days.
A lot can be accomplished in not a lot of time. It'll be fine.
Alright, so Sawyer. I'm sorry, Zach.
Doesn't fucking matter. Sawyer's my slave name. Sawyer, Sack, whatever. I keep calling him Sawyer because it's a better name.
It is the better name.
Anyway, yeah, I want to visit the library, which apparently means I need permission now.
Oh yeah, Shannon's not going to stop you from going to the library, but you do note that she will make note of when you came to talk to her and what you needed permission for.
I have a feeling I first went to the library, got turned away, and I'm now in the process of finding the guy who needs to give me permission.
Oh yeah,
Is it just Shannon?
yep. Shannon is your guys' babysitter, well, except for Nathan.
Well,
He
Oh, that's
actually
fine.
didn't fuck up.
so I
Shannon
Oh.
is on the ball, isn't
so
she?
I backtrack to the office to Shannon and ask her if I could be allowed to visit the library in so many words.
Yeah, you'll get permission. You don't need to have a scene for it, and you'll eventually get to the library. This is, however, like putting a fucking wrench in your plans, and it's kind of humiliating,
Of course it's
actually.
it doesn't actually put a wrench in my plans, but it's still humiliating though.
Yep. I mean,
Like
that's
you
the
were
point of it, isn't
initiate
it?
exemptus. You were like on the fucking border of going into the next ring, and then now you're like at the fucking shit bottom tier.
Yeah, now the library, like whoever leads the library is like, well, do you have a permission from your parents, little boy?
Do you have a permission slip?
Do you have a permission slip from your doctor, little boy? Anyway, yeah, so I visit the
As you're
library,
like
I
getting
show
shit
my
from
permission
consorts.
slip.
It's somewhat strange to have this script flip because normally it's full on hermetics that get to like shit talk and downplay the consors, and now you're kind of like bottom bitch.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what? Not even Sawyer's main issue right now. His main issue is what he wants to look up. And I want to
All
look
right,
for, and I bet you will let me roll for that shit, because
you got
you're
research.
a brutal taskmaster. Master. I want to look for
Taskmaster.
Okay,
more
good, I'm back.
details on the new Thanatos, especially customs and ritual for their departed. Because I wanna make up for my role in, well, Jordan's death, if I can.
Sure.
This is gonna be fun.
So, fuck, sorry. That will be let's give it intelligence plus research, difficulty 8.
Intelligence plus research. That's where's my research?
And we'll say it's a half hour per roll, and you will need 4 successes.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 2. Well, that's 1, I guess.
So one of the first things you'll note
There you
is
go.
that amongst the Thanatos. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it took me an hour.
One of the first things you'll note is that the Thanatos is a very varied group, so to speak. It is a combination of, amongst their history, various different kinds of cultural traditions, mostly a mix of ancient Greek, of an ancient Greek cult based around Thanatos, the god of gentle death, or the god of violent death, depending on where you are in your Greek mythology and era, and also a order of Indian mystics called the Chakravanti.
Do I know what Jordan was more aligned towards?
He was more of the Greek persuasion.
Right.
That would be your educated guess from what you knew of Adam when he still wasn't a fucking crazed lunatic.
The
Fair enough.
3 seconds, you mean?
Yeah.
It's a shame I don't speak Greek. Oh well.
So as for this kind of stuff, generally this is something handled inside the order itself, as there are books about this, but they're sectioned off. They're sectioned off specifically in a section only for you, Thanatos.
Right. Well, I didn't expect Sawyer to talk at his funeral or anything like that. Is there something I can like give them as like a, I don't know, a sign of penitence or something, or respect?
So the main organization of Thanatos is based around very much that sort of master teacher relationship, generally referred to by different words. There's different terms for each part of the Euthanatos tradition. Some might use guru and student. I'm forgetting the exact fucking words.
Oh yeah. It's okay.
But generally, how the organization works is that you have individuals who are you have more powerful mages who are picked based off of their experience and wisdom that will essentially give guidance towards a sort of mid level of Euthanatos, who those individuals will have their own private ring of students that they'll personally overwatch. As you know, Jordan was referred to as a guru by the Euthanatos, and as far as you know, the only individual there who was.
Yeah, it was a heavy blow for them. I get that.
So for the organization of Thanatos, basically what has happened with the death of Jordan is that their source of organization and wisdom has essentially been cut off at the knees or head, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeesh.
The Thanatos have effectively been crippled in this chantry.
Yep.
And as for that, judging from your readings and just from your general impression, this might just be more of a couple of individuals who are just angry and kind of blind in their anger.
Well, my question for that would be, how could I approach them and not look like an incredible douchebag, telling them to get over it?
Generally, just be regular fucking manners.
Damn it. I was kind of hoping to have like a sort of ritual for that, where I could, I don't know.
They likely do, but that's kind of an internal tradition thing.
Yeah, so they wouldn't let me get away with that anyway.
Generally, the best idea would to not, when roll up, just be frank with them and don't try to like slap your hermetic dick on the table.
Oh no, that's out of the question anyway. Hey, so about Jordan's death, could be worse. He could have been a hermetic, you know. Just that'd be terrible.
As for your second roll, you'll find the rest of the information. One of the things you'll find is the name of the Greek tradition. It's pronounced. Hold on, let me figure if I fuck pronounce this shit. God damn you, Thanatos, you bunch of motherfuckers. The Hierokathonoi,
Right.
which are sort of fate mages. They have a group called. They may also be known as the Knights of
Neat.
Radamanthus. Bunch of Greek shit. There's a bunch of other names. The Pomegranate Deem. They have a bunch of weird organizations. One of the first things you understand about the Thanatos is fuck off, their names are hard to pronounce. You'll also find some of the smaller factions, such as the Mad Zimbabwe, which seems to be a Thanatotic tradition of North African shamans.
Right.
Based on ancestor worship, and the Aided, which are a newer group of mages coming mostly from like a bardic traditions of the Celts. Old stuff.
None of that is helping me though.
Yeah. You also recognize a fifth faction that isn't really based on a specific culture, but referred to as the Vrati, which are kind of like the sick house murder hobos.
Wow. Okay, so Sawyer spends an hour looking all this stuff up and realizes that's not helping. That's not helping.
You are
at
starting
all.
to identify who may shoot you in the fucking face.
That also not helping. That just makes it worse, to be honest. That way I see it coming. This is awful. I'd rather have it as a surprise.
They're also the Vrati is where the Euthanatos' really dour tradition comes from, as they're one of the most visible members of the Euthanatos, specifically something referred to as the Golden Chalice.
From what I have
the
read,
most talented killers.
From what I have read, and from the people who looked at me strangely, would they be of that persuasion?
Maybe. They were big, they were angry, and they
let's
looked
say
kind of
on
violent.
like from 0 to 100, where would I be percentage-wise? With a proper guess.
Maybe around like a 60 to 70.
High enough.
Like
okay.
just from your guess, these people tend to be These people, if you like tried to scan them with entropy perception, would be covered in something called Johor, which is a specific kind of resonance. These are the people who have gained the sort of Euthanatos reputation for being assassins, even though only a very small portion of them are.
Right.
Neat.
But god damn, are they good at it?
So
they're terrifyingly good at it.
So they're the jocks.
Not necessarily. They're just the fuck. So you have your jocks, you have your nerds, and then you have and then you have that one kid in the corner that has like brings in 20 knives to school and has
Oh
a trench coat.
no!
You're fairly certain maybe a school shooter.
Oh no! I don't know how. I
Oh.
have to become friends with those guys, um, or at least not enemies.
Yeah.
Okay, then they have no rituals, no nothing. From what I've read, if I donate money to them, would that be an insult or not?
Ah,
If I say I pay for Jordan's funeral, like above and beyond, would that be an insult or would they take it as a gesture of respect as it is intended?
it's not necessarily the money that would help. It's the fact that you're doing it, that you're trying to make amends.
I mean, yeah, but the
That would
money
be
would
better.
help though.
Yeah. Well, actually, the money. So the money itself isn't what's going to help. Like I said before, it very much is a tradition based in Indian mysticism.
Right.
So it's not necessary. So it's not the money that's the big help. It is the gift. It is the act of giving it.
Fair enough. I wanted to do that anyway. If I can give the money on top, even better, because that's easy for me.
That being said, bribery will actually get you shot in the face.
It will not. No, nope. Not bribery. No.
No
fuck that.
bribery,
This
Jesus.
will all go towards the funeral or whatever they want. Like if they want like a 10-meter tall headstone, fine.
Hey,
Who is the current leader of the new Thanatos in the Chantry?
you have no idea.
Can I
Do you
find
keep-
out?
Do you keep
Maybe they
pronouncing
might not
it
have one yet.
New Thanatos?
Huh?
Do you keep pronouncing it New Thanatos?
Kinda.
You can keep reading if you want. I'll find out a little bit more about the organization.
Tell you what, I will spend another hour just reading because I have nothing else to do. Also, that's that and that's that. So apparently I spent the next half hour just pouring through these books because it's really interesting, and then the half hour after that I kind of lose interest. I'm getting
Yeah.
tired.
You discover that the Vrati is even more varied than what you first read about the Golden Chalice. There's also a group called the Chakra Muni, which are another group of academics and other nerds. Let's see. There's also a group called the Albiro, although you don't know a whole lot about them. They seem to be the more diplomatic portion of the
Right.
Thanatos.
So
They typically signify themselves with a pin
I'm-
with like some sort
I'm
of
not-
iconography of a white
no,
swan.
I get that, but here's the thing. I won't remember most of that anyway, so
Most of it is based around talking. Most of their tradition is based very heavily in different kinds of Eastern mysticism, not necessarily like most of Western India or Western Asia, rather. A lot of neat stuff. You know that a lot of their writing is in Sanskrit. Do you actually speak Sanskrit?
no, I do not.
Ha 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 ha!
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Then a lot of they're not. Then you'll spend a lot of time trying to reference shit out of like baby's first Sanskrit novel
Probably.
and mistranslating a lot of stuff, and you decide to just kind of put that aside because you have the wisdom not to use that as knowledge.
Yeah, that's
Like I probably fucked up the translation of this.
Here's the thing. As long as I know that me offering to help with the funeral won't be met as an insult, I'm good. That's something I can do. That's also in character anyway.
Very.
I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally insult them or anything. So here's the thing. Okay, like after another hour, Sawyer will realize that that's about what he can learn without studying Sanskrit, which he might do. I don't know. wouldn't be
Sanskrit.
It wouldn't be too weird for him.
Nope.
He will close the book,
I mean-
put the book away, and leave for the cafeteria because he's hungry. He's losing like strength and stuff.
He's growing weak.
He's growing weak. Can't take it anymore.
Weak.
Plus, maybe he will find some Thanatos people there.
Yeah. You won't find anybody. You'll just get food. There isn't that many mages in this entire chantry.
How is the cafeteria anyway? I don't think he ever ate there.
That's all right. Not bad.
All right.
You know that there are actually better chefs here. It's just right now the current ones here are just kind of jobbing it.
Wow. Fair enough.
You're kind of like in between that lunch and breakfast sort of meal.
Well, Sawyer is in the kind of mood where he is just eating canned food. Whatever.
Yeah.
Not feeling like
Great.
fancy food stuffs. Just hungry. Because he liked Jordan. And now he's gone. And he's
Everybody
getting
liked
punished.
Jordan.
And he's getting punished for it, which is even worse.
Jordan
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, it's really weird. You weren't expecting that there was so much to the Thanatos beyond like a group of super hyper happy murder hobos. But yeah, that's a thing. Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Well, at least Sawyer has a plan in place now, more or less.
They even have their own little order of kind of technomancers called Lakashmis, part of the weird Indian group.
Oh, neat.
I'm probably better off with finding their academics and talk them nerd to nerd.
So
yeah.
those in the Vrati are kind of like the upper crust, so to speak. Those who are really skilled. They don't really deal with a bunch of bullshit.
Good. That's what I need.
They're also probably not going to talk to you, is my point.
They don't have to talk to me, they just have to listen. And maybe nod. Just give me non-verbal yes or no answers. But I will do that later.
Just fucking nodding. Yeah, anyways. So, Fish, what are you doing?
Well, if there's one thing that Fish has realized from, well, everything, it's that, holy fuck, I'm a wimpy little bitch, I need to get better.
I need to get swole.
Yup.
You should incorporate your cyborg brother into your own body. Just absorb his strength and his
Oh,
heart and
absolutely.
courage.
No.
Huh,
Yes.
babe, I'll have to write. I'll have to give that a good think. But you
Oh
see,
shit.
not exactly his style.
How about that? Clone yourself and eat the heart of your clones to double your strength.
I mean, probably not.
Oh.
Let's see here.
How about weightlifting?
How about
No,
clone lifting?
the entire thing of what I can actually do as Fish is to make some crazy fucking murder inventions in order to take down the technocracy.
Well, there you go then.
Technocrats.
Because,
They're
fuck
your
those
friends.
guys. I'm probably gonna die trying, and I may or may not have accidentally made ties with them. But
Alright.
screw them, they killed a guy, and I kind of liked that guy.
I shall build a death ray in his honor.
Really, it's what Jordan would have wanted.
It is.
I like all of you are assuming what Jordan would have wanted when you barely knew the fucker.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue, isn't it?
Shit, Nathan barely knew the fucker. I don't
But you're
think
forgetting one important thing.
Did Nathan ever meet him?
What am I forgetting, Midge?
You see, deep down, Fish really doesn't give that much of a shit. He just needs Fish only really half the reason that Fish really cares about this is justification to do to pull the crazier shit.
Oh yeah.
And this is why I love you as a player.
Fish is a
Wait, so
horrible
remote-
Fish is just a horrible person as a character. It's great.
I have a rote called remote access that has nothing written down for it in the description, so I have no idea what it's for.
Is it just a TV remote?
However, there is one glaring problem about everything.
Oh,
Fish doesn't have the resources he needs.
that is a problem.
You could, if you need money. I know someone who has lots of it.
And
Yeah,
if you need to
he's called
figure out
you.
where to get things, you can always talk to Lance.
Why the hell would I talk to Lance?
Because I can search for the things that you need.
I think
He
Fish can use
can. He does
Google.
know. I mean,
But I mean, I can like magically get in touch with somebody.
With Google?
Or I can pull out a phone book.
You could.
look, don't take this away from him. He knows how to use the Google. That's basically all he's got right now.
Lance is like, I shall have a look in my magic spell book, and he just brings up the yellow fucking pages.
Wouldn't you
Yes.
though?
And so,
Be honest.
From like
Fish
10
is
years
going
ago.
to do exactly what any self-respecting,
Fish.
or any
do.
self-respecting Aetheryte would do when needing more research and power.
Do drugs.
And,
Yes.
well,
No, wrong house.
no. He will
Wait, what you mean
go
tradition?
up
Sorry.
to, fucking Professor Gailey's, that's his name. And politely yet firmly ask, is there any research I can help with?
I'm I'm not quite sure. Although I am glad that you're starting to take an interest in your fellow Etherites. Very up and coming of you, young man. I do not have anything off the top of my head, but if you'd like, I could start looking around for you.
Why couldn't he be the head of the chantry?
I would very much appreciate that.
You really don't want Professor Gailey to be head of the chantry.
No, I think we do.
Recent
No.
events
We do.
have
We really
shown that I may not be as cut out for field work as I first imagined.
Of course, every young man has a burning fire in their hearts, but really the best field scientists are those who have a little bit more experience under the belt. Very wise of you, young man. Although it's good to have a certain dynamicism to your arts, to your science.
Dynamicism?
Which is
Ah,
exactly
it's a word. It's a word now.
Sure. Perfectly cromulent
which
word.
is what I'm trying to
Absolutely.
find. Just to find something to, just light the fire in me.
Are you looking into a particular field, my good man?
I was looking into some more medical uses.
Very wise. Investigating in the biological ethers.
Yes, sir. It does definitely seem one way to help.
Yes, well, after the house arrest that Professor Tewksbury has placed on, I'm sure some good old-fashioned lab work would be excellent for you.
And word travels fast in the chantry.
That being said, if you give me a few days, I'm sure I could come up with something for you.
I would very much appreciate that. Thank you, sir. And I'll
Of course.
shake his hand.
Good man. Glad to see that you're starting to move up in the world.
And I really, really appreciate the chance that you're willing to give me, sir.
Of course, my good lad. I have good faith in you and your ability to accomplish great things, young crow. I think you just need the right catalyst to manifest these things.
Yes, and I'm certain that you'll be able to find I'm certain that you'll be able to find a project that will be just what I'm looking for.
Quite. Now, is there anything else I can help you with, young lad?
Well, that is all for the moment. I think I'll do a bit of research and reading in my own room, and I will come and see you in a few days.
Of course. I'll send a telegram.
I'll
I mean, of
I'll,
course, the app.
With my telephonic device. What were they called again? Yes, a cellular phones.
A
I-
Quite
I'll,
interesting.
A cellular
Are you
telephone.
sure we didn't? Are we
Quite
su-
interesting devices, really. I've never really appreciated the. I've always appreciated the more interesting parts of energetic ether, although electricity has a way of being wild with it. The good Professor Tesla was the only one who could really tame the beast. That being said, have a wonderful day.
you
Are
too,
we sure
sir.
we don't? Are we sure we don't want him as head? I want him as head.
You really don't.
I like that he has about the same understanding of smartphones that Sawyer has.
You,
This
you
bumbling
see,
old man
I
with
like
computer.
Dr. Gailey. I love him. He just really doesn't seem to have an attention span that lasts more than 5 minutes.
Well,
I
I
mean,
like
it's
Professor
true.
Tewksbury because he's a spiteful old man.
He is.
Yeah.
And isn't that what we all aspire to be at the end of the day?
Eventually, yes.
Spiteful old man.
Especially the man part.
Question: Are me? Okay. Hey, chicken. Question:
Yeah?
Are Lance and Nathan still talking, trying to figure out this whole quintessence thing?
They probably already figured it out now. I'm pretty sure they've moved on to Nathan just comforting Lance.
It's
Well, actually,
alright. We just have to put him down. It's for his own good.
I was actually gonna go talk. I was actually gonna go talk to Michael.
Familiar,
I'm sorry,
Hi.
Gygax, but Lance has got but Lance is suffering inside.
familiar.
I was actually gonna go talk to Michael. Number one, just because I want to check up on Michael if he's around.
The next day there will just be a little flyer on the Chantry bulletin board, just familiar to give away to loving family.
Free to a good home.
Can't
Picture
feed
of
him
Lance.
Can't feed him anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if Michael's available, I kind of want to check in on Michael. Just make sure he's doing okay. Number one. Number two, just he took it harder. Mike Jordan was his friend, so I just want to make sure he's not.
There will be a picture duct taped to his door that says, with little like icon, like little pictures and everything. If you're not on fire, I am busy. If you are on fire, put yourself out. I'm still busy.
Nice.
I'll have to steal that one eventually.
I'm just expecting another student to come running on fire, seeing the note and just, oh. And he
Yeah.
goes away, still on fire.
Aww.
Is there somebody that's like filling in Michael's absence?
Not at the moment. The virtual adepts are, for the most part, relatively anarchistic, so to speak. Unless large coordination needs to happen, they don't really have a leader. They just have people who are respected more than others, more elite, so to speak, in elite speech.
I didn't want to make that joke because it's awful.
Let me actually hold on just a second. Number one, I've been figuring out a new route that I have, or a new route that I can use, which I'm calling Overload/Blackout.
That doesn't sound like
Yes,
something you should
and
use.
Well, it's it's for making people's phones explode or just messing with electrical systems.
So in other words, you just turn him into that one iPhone.
Just you want to just
You
take
mean
your
that? You mean that the Samsung Galaxy Note 7? Yes.
That's the one.
Yep.
just take your familiar out with it. It's a merciful end.
Shoot,
It's better than starving.
Hold on. I'm trying to get to my stupid
And
page.
Gygax
it's
won't
very
stop. He's just fuck
unfortunate
off.
that it
Blah,
seems
blah, blah,
that
blah, blah, blah.
life
No,
too is
he'll
not
die.
enough
He'll
to affect
die.
other people.
No, life 2 only. The 2 only affects yourself.
Yeah.
Who was
Or
the
I believe
person that
Life 2 is also
for?
simple creatures.
Gygax is
Yeah.
not a Gygax is not a life pattern. He is a spirit.
I can't remember. Actually, the person that would probably know the most might be Chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
Gygax is like a Neopet.
I was trying to remember out of the 3 that
No, he's a
we had talked to
Tamagotchi.
before, between Lisa, Marcus, and Chartreuse, which would be the best. I mean, Chartreuse is Dream Speaker, so.
All right. So you're gonna start plumbing through the Dream Speaker section of the Chantry.
Looking
Realize
for
you're completely wrong
Chartreuse.
Realize you're completely wrong place as you begin looking for the fucking. You begin looking for the room where they have LAN parties.
I guess.
So Lance actually will take Nathan. I think it was to come along with him, right?
If Nathan wants to come along, that's fine.
Nathan's always up for learning shit.
Yeah.
So where they go is like one of the rooms that's nearby where the virtual adepts are. This big old, it's this larger room, not a whole lot in it except like a power cord and what appears to be a tournament of people playing CS:GO on LAN.
Oh my god.
Wait, you mean it's not Smash Bros. Melee?
No,
Aw.
because they're the PC Master Race. Why would they play that kind of shit?
Exactly.
Yeah, fair.
Exactly.
What was Lisa? I forgot who Lisa was and like what her specialty was.
Lisa was a virtual adept.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have that written
Lisa-
down on my thing. I just didn't have specialty. I know Marcus was my like technology advisor.
Marcus was your cybersecurity advisor, mind you.
No.
He was the specialist for the Sons of Ether.
I have Society of Ether, but yeah.
Society of Ether. Same difference. Yeah, Lisa was your database and programming specialist. Chartreuse was your was the be all end all when it came to knowledge about the digital web and other various Umbra whatnot.
Got it. So yeah, Chartreuse is the one that I'm trying to find then.
Chartreuse. Ba-bum. Yeah, Chartreuse was a member of the Ghost Wheel Society faction, as you remember. You have no idea what the fuck that means. You just know that it is a thing that exists. And she also typically didn't really get along with the rest of her tradition. So, anyways, you come into this room, and what looks to be like a fucking looks like a bunch of college sophomores playing fucking CS:GO via LAN connection, like you just stepped into a college campus, which is kind of is.
Oh, sorry. Also, if I had like a phone number or whatever, like Discord, any kind of like some kind of way that I could contact her, I would have done that first before I started looking for her.
And you really think she would have answered her phone during this?
No, but out of politeness, I would have sent a message saying like, "Hey, I need to see you. This is important."
Really wouldn't have gotten an answer.
I know. That's why I'm looking for her. Because I know you said before that she's like hard to find.
Yeah, so there's like a fucking grocery bag full of bags of Cheetos. There's like a jar of cheesy poofs. There's a keg of beer and like a little mini fridge with a bunch of soda for people who don't want to drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's entirely Mountain Dew.
It is entirely Mountain Dew.
Obviously.
With the exception of like, and then there's like Diet Mountain Dew for the people with the diabetes. It's pretty loud as you've got like probably 20 people in here, and what it is really a room for 20 people, and you can definitely smell the rank stank of nerd stank, so to speak.
Do I see Chartreuse?
Actually, yeah. After a little bit, you will manage to pick out somebody. Nathan
Yeah.
will see Lynch point out individual. She's a woman, probably in like her mid-20s, of Anglo-Saxon descent, vaguely,
Alrighty.
probably like Eastern European. She is dressed the most noticeably weird out of a lot of them, where the rest of them have got like either like basement dwelling nerd look or have got going for the really try hard like cyberpunk look. A lot of things you'd see amongst different nerds.
Taking her name into
Pretty.
consideration, I'm going to wager a wild guess and say she's wearing baby blue.
I'm sorry.
Taking her name into consideration, I'm going to wager a wild guess and say she's wearing baby blue.
I'll get to that in a second. And you're pretty sure you actually see a guy from your own house here, House Fortidius, jamming
neat.
out. She, however, looks weird because she's got this really strange, like, techno shaman vibe. Like, she's got a staff that is like leaned up against the wall next door. That's got like CDs and like USB drives, like tied to it with leather cord. She's got like this crazy fucking headdress thing, except it's made out of like fiber optic wires and shit.
So she's a cosplayer.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, most
Like
of that
weird tribal neo shaman thing. The next thing you notice is that her hair is in fact like baby blue.
I'm assuming
You did
that's
that
how
just
I'm
to
assuming
spite me,
that's
didn't
how
you?
I picked. I'm assuming that's how I picked her out of a crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got like a crazy fucking techno shaman thing. She's got like fucking. She has like what looks to be like a 3D printed like bird skull as like an amulet. It's weird.
I expect no less.
She's got like. She's also got like medicine. She's got like a medicine bag that's also like doctored up to look like a nerd bag. Like she's got the little Pikachu hanging off of it. It's looks like old style Native American fucking medicine bag with like a Tamagotchi on it and a little patch on it, all this shit.
That sounds amazing.
Yep.
Fucking weird as shit.
So from what I'm understanding, she basically stepped out of Shadowrun.
Kinda, yeah.
Neat.
Cool.
She's
I
having
will.
fun. Don't judge.
I'll head over there. Hey, Chartreuse.
Just give me a second. Just give me a
No.
second.
No, whenever you're ready.
And she is like super focused into her fucking video game.
Of course she is.
From what you can tell, she's fucking killing it right now. I'm not going to describe the various aspects of CS:GO because I don't play a whole lot of Counter-Strike.
That's okay.
But
Neither
the
do
match will
I.
end. And she'll turn around like, what do you want?
Can we talk? It's important.
Sure, I guess.
I couldn't find. Michael's not available. You know, being things as they are right now.
Cool.
And please, I just really need to talk to you.
Okay.
Is there anywhere we can go privately?
Oh, you want to talk like private? We could just step out in the hall, I guess.
Yeah. Well, do you mind coming back to the cafe?
You have the worst pickup lines.
Believe me, if this were any other situation, I would be more humored by that, but right now, no.
Oh my god, nerd, fine. I'll go back to your fucking cafe.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sleeping with you.
No, that's fine. I'm not really into that.
Man, you
Anyway.
are the worst at this.
Yep. So I've been
No,
told.
he's just
Ow.
gay.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh,
Nathan
this
Thor.
is
Charmed to
this
meet
is
you.
Nathan, a member of my cabal.
Oh, what's up, nerd?
Not too much. How about yourself?
Alright, what the fuck do you guys need?
Okay, well, when we get back to the cafe, then I'll fill her in. Tewksbury took away the node that I had, which was the only way that I could feed my familiar.
Basically, we're
Because
looking for someone in the market to make an even exchange of quintessence, but to a different, shall we say, flavor.
So you're having problems finding someone with the right resonance.
Exactly.
yes,
Well, let this be a lesson to you. Have a fucking backup. Save some tasks. Fucking show some responsibility for your familiar. Jesus.
Don't get a familiar if you
Second
can't take
off,
care of it.
second off, have a fucking backup node. Third off, establish a fucking sanctum around your node so people don't know about it. Lucky a fucking werewolf didn't come and try and roll you for your shit.
well, it's look. I was new to the node thing. I didn't really had a chance. I hadn't really had a chance to fix things up.
My
And
point
now
still
my
stands.
familiars.
You're lucky a werewolf didn't come along and roll you for your fucking shit.
Fair. But right now, Tewksbury, you know, is punishing me by taking away the node. Essentially, he's killing my familiar.
I mean, tough titties. All right. So you need somebody else
Yeah,
to.
I just
You have another
I've
source of quintessence?
Nathan has quintessence. He's willing to trade. If you're okay with that, Nathan.
Of course I am.
Wow. How
This
many
is-
hand jobs is he giving you under the table?
A lot.
Oh, you don't want to know.
I'm not comfortable
Yeah.
revealing that number.
He is not comfortable revealing that number.
Hold on, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Just the worst.
All right. So you looking for me to hook you up?
Yes.
What's in it for me?
Well, what would you want in it?
What do
For
you got to offer?
Shit, what do we have to offer? I don't
That's a good
know.
Money.
The unending fucking gratitude of pair of hopeless guys, and also we owe you one.
The good feeling of having done something good for another person.
Wow.
I didn't. Nathan did not say that out loud, and also that was just me waffling.
The fuzzy feeling of helping somebody.
I have
Okay,
this.
for the moment.
Chartreuse will raise an eyebrow.
All right.
I have this
Chartreuse
coupon.
will raise an eyebrow. Okay, so Lance, you asked what you wanted. Chartreuse is basically asking like, what's in it for her? What are you paying? What, you think I'm just gonna give you a fucking freebie, nerd?
No, I'm trying to think.
It's not my fucking fault you can't take of your own shit.
I had no choice in this. I'm being unfairly punished.
Okay, alright, so you bitch about being unfairly punished, but were you, or are you just being a whiny bitch? I don't actually know, because I have no idea why Tewksbury took away your node. But I know that if you had taken proper precautions, Tewksbury wouldn't have known about a node to take away from you. Shit, if I had known you had a node that you weren't hiding, I would have taken it from you.
I'm just wondering if I'm hiding my node. I mean, Nathan probably would be hiding his node.
You have a
Do you
note?
have Sanctum?
That's the thing, though. I don't.
You
think
do
so.
have some Sanctum.
Okay, I do.
So it is currently not sufficient to completely hide your node, but it is better than nothing.
Right, I remember. Yes, I remember we went through that. Yes.
Can't you just like put a box over the note and hide it? Will a curtain?
I mean,
No.
you're gonna have to double check the box. If it moves, there's probably a werewolf in it.
Bed sheet?
Okay, so you joke about the fucking werewolf box, but that was like a legit thing with Bonars.
I know.
You had
You
Cardboard
told us-
Fortress,
You
which
told us
was
the
just
story.
like essentially a
told
fucking
us.
TARDIS.
You
Yeah.
told us. Yeah, it was
And the fucking
ridiculous.
Cardboard Palace was the moving version.
It was ridiculous.
Or
I really
originally.
don't wanna
alternatively,
lose- I really
I'm
don't
ca-
wanna lose
or
somebody
alternatively,
else.
I'm getting a pizza.
Yeah, I remember that now. Oh, that's so dumb.
So there was uh so there was the right of the pizza, which had two different forms depending on which game you were, which version you were using. The first one was essentially everybody you'd call your friends for pizza, you'd order like a legit ass pizza. And then anybody who chipped in money for the pizza would then show up, which is basically
Yeah.
you summon the entire tribe.
You told
You
us
just
already. We remember.
Get a bunch of people for one pizza. The other one actually was you had to order a real ass pizza, and this is for the LARP. Real ass pizza, and everybody who wanted to be part of the route had to chip in for the pizza.
It's fair.
And then for every piece of pizza that you offered to your ST, that was a free retest for your entire pack.
So dumb.
That sounds hella fun, honestly.
But
It was
yeah,
great.
but dumb.
Playing Bono. Amazing.
fun.
Fuck you.
Dumb fun is the best kind of fun.
So
Absolutely.
anyways.
So,
So yeah, what's in it for me, numbnuts?
I don't fucking know. What does she want?
how about this Amazon coupon? $5.
What do we even have that she would want?
I don't know. That's a good question. Start
Ask
making
her.
offers.
Ask her what she wants. Maybe you can negotiate from there.
Fucking didn't I already ask her what she wanted?
She said, "What do you got to offer?"
Ugh, yeah, that's the problem in it.
Just okay. What's the fundamentals here? Money? Just go with money. Money, men, women.
I mean, is there something
Power.
we can do? Is there something we could do in return for you? I don't. Really
I
have a lot
mean,
to
I
offer
could take
right
a
now.
favor. I could take money. I could take magic swag. Whatever you got. I could take quintessence, but seems you're kind of short in that.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
be asking you if I had the quintessence.
A favor
could-
is never amiss, though.
I could loan you money.
Is there anything we can do for you favor wise?
I mean, I can just write it down and put it in my pocket for later. Having some of the Chantry leaders' pet projects, I suppose is a good word for it, in my pocket would be pretty nice. Of course, this would have to be from your entire cabal, not just from you, Leo. I'm sorry, Lance. I don't know your real name.
It's okay. At this point, I don't really care. I just want my familiar not to die.
He won't
So anyways,
die.
of
He'll
course-
just leave you.
So this would have to be a favor from your entire cabal, not just from you, Lance.
I understand.
So if I called in on it, it'd have to be Sawyer and Fish. I think those are the names, right? The Hermetic and the what was he? An Aetherite? A crack baby?
Let me get in touch.
God damn it! Why the fuck are you signing us up for this shit?
I am not okay with this. I would loan you money, okay? But not this shit.
No, because then she'll come and look for more money from you directly.
No, I would give her like Jesus Christ. I could give her like what, 10 grand? Would that be enough? Would that shut her up?
Money wise, what will we be looking at?
Oh, for a hookup job like this?
Yes.
Well, seeing as how I kind of got you by the short hairs because you're really bad at outsourcing, let's call it 15 grand.
Don't remember, Stefan, you're in character here. You don't actually know that I would give you that one.
I know. Oh, well, first I'm gonna text you guys and be like, Chartreuse is, in order for me to get the quintessence I need, Chartreuse is asking for a favor, and it would have to be from everybody. And I'm literally texting Maggie, Sawyer, and Fish.
I would send back a single sigh emote.
I would simply text Literally, who is that?
New phone. New phone. Who
Who
that?
is
Who the
new
fuck
phone?
is
Or
Chartreuse?
sorry. I literally have no idea who the fuck that is.
New familiar. Who that?
I would. I'll text him back. Chartreuse is one of my teachers from the 3-year stint
You
that we
are
spent
Christ,
training.
she's your teacher.
teacher wants
She
15,000.
taught a lot of people at once. She wasn't just your teacher.
Well, I know.
She's your teacher and she treats you like this.
I mean,
You
So
to
just
be-
just
make
kind of
friends
a
everywhere
bitch.
you go, don't you? What the hell? Oh,
I'm sorry?
oh. Oh, just my phone fell on the floor.
it's a sign.
I know.
It's
Floor
just
Chartreuse is
phone!
also just kind of a bitch. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna text Sawyer specifically
You bitch,
and say
Sawyer.
it's either that or she wants 15 grand.
No. This is when you text her, or this is when you text Sawyer that she wants 100 grand.
I don't have that kind of money.
Mhm.
I have limits. I'm not Bruce Wayne. I will text back. Am I just a piggy bank to you?
Aw.
No, but you're the only one with that kind of money. That's why I'm asking. And honestly, I don't know how much money you actually have. So
Less than I want to have, considering what you want from me here. Anyway, Sawyer will just. Okay. What you see is the little like Sawyer is typing or whatever name I am in your phone.
right.
Probably
Oh, it's Sawyer.
like Big Boy Money Pants or something
Yep.
like that.
Piggy bank.
No, it's just
My
$3
my
sign.
personal ATM.
Piggy
My
bank
personal
money pants.
ATM.
Piggy bank ATM money pants. It's just him like Sawyer is typing for like a while.
And then when
And
when
then it's
when
just
it's finally sent, it comes back okay.
yeah, it's just 3 dots and fine dot.
I'll text back. Is this gonna be too much for you? It's a lot of money.
Just 3 dots.
I'm not forcing you
Just
to.
3 dots and then just you'll get the money.
God.
Fucking hell.
So you go and ask permission to leave so you can go down to the bank for the cash.
Eventually, yeah.
Meanwhile, while
Hold
while
on.
they're waiting, Chartreuse is like yucking it up, drinking Lance's coffee and
Wait a
playing
moment. Wait a moment.
Hold on.
I can't do
Wait.
that. I would
Hold on.
have to. Okay, first of all, ATMs have a limit. They won't give you like
Yeah.
15,000 at once. That's insane.
Yeah.
I would have to.
Write a check.
No, not even a check. I would have, unless he takes a check. But I mean, will she take a check? If she takes a check, actually, I'm going to write this back. Just dot dot dot. Will she take a check?
While I'm waiting for him to text back.
No, obviously
I'm
she deals exclusively in Bitcoin.
I'll look at. I'm gonna
All
turn
right,
back
I will
to
send over.
Chartreuse.
I'll send over 1 Bitcoin. There you go.
I'll turn back to Chartreuse.
Actually,
How much quintessence is this going to be for?
What? I'm not fucking giving you any quintessence. I'm gonna hook you up with a guy who can do it for you. You have to talk to him about getting it done.
Okay, fine.
The fuck do you think this is all about in the first place? This is what you came to ask me for.
also,
How much fucking prime you think I know about?
Okay, we'll stick with the favor.
All right, then talk it up with the rest of your cabal, bitch.
also,
All right,
guys.
I'm gonna
15
text Sawyer back. I'm not gonna make you pay that money for
By the way-
for the knowledge of somebody.
By the way, $15,000 are 4 Bitcoin right now, and that is
Yep,
after
checks out.
it crashed hard, and it's still just 4 Bitcoin.
I'm gonna text back to Sawyer. I'm not gonna make you pay that money just for the knowledge of somebody, for somebody to give me quintessence
I'm
or to hook
gonna
me up for it.
you're gonna write all this back, and I'm gonna you know what? I'm just gonna call you. Your phone will ring.
Yes. Hi, Sawyer.
I forgot your name again. Lance.
Lance.
In
It's
character,
just...
I hope.
No. No, it's just Lance, would you hand the phone over to your dealer?
Dealer.
Yes. Here, I'll hand my phone to Chartreuse.
Yes?
Actually, you know what? Well, I could put it on speakerphone.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that. I will embarrass you.
No, not in,
Yeah.
and also not in a crowded room.
I will
Yeah,
text
I'll
you,
just hand the phone to Chartreuse.
or I will text Lance. I'll do it for Gygaxia, but before I agree to anything, exactly what type of favor is this?
Okay, first of all, well, he doesn't have the phone right now, so.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway,
That's mostly just for you guys, for Connor to
yeah,
start thinking.
so I'm talking to
Oh,
Chartreuse
I'd
now.
see it on my watch.
Anyway, so I'm talking to Chartreuse now, I guess. Just, yes, hello?
Hey, how you doing, bitch?
Classy.
So, I take it you're Lance's sugar daddy? Man, how many fucking under the table hand jobs are you handing out, Lance?
You don't want to know.
He will not be...
He must have hands like smooth as a baby. Just tiny baby hands, right?
Never worked a
I'm really
day in
good.
his...
I'm just gonna hold up my hands.
He knows
I'm
where to
just-
get the
wait,
good lotion.
I'm just all smooth talking, just never worked a day in his life. Anyway, what kind of guarantee would we have for you to procure a source for the quintessence he will need?
Oh, Lance is actually a fucking idiot. So he just asked me for to hook him up with somebody who can actually get it to him because he's shitty at networking.
I know that. Hence me asking you for a guarantee, not him.
Oh yeah, I know plenty of people.
What what are we talking about in terms of time frame?
Oh shit. All right. So the main issue. How much do you know about this?
The bare minimum to not get implicated. I'm trying to be all
No,
savvy
I was talking
here.
about. All right, that's is smart. So Lancey Boy is a shitty pet owner, and essentially is going to starve out his familiar. So the problem is that his familiar isn't potent enough as a spirit to survive the bond breaking because it has invested most of its essence. Therefore, it needs more quintessence to keep going. It also needs the right kind of resonance. And Lance, again, has no ability to manipulate quintessence like this, so we need somebody else to do it for it, outsourcing. He also, again, doesn't know anybody who can do that, so he came to me.
I gathered that much. But thank you for clarifying.
Summing that up.
Thank you for clarifying. It's very nice.
I mean, I have two Prime.
No, I'm just going. I'm gonna be nice. Thank you for clarifying. You sound like a professional in this. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I am a professional of grabbing nerds by the balls.
Yeah, he's very easy to abuse, isn't he? So
Yeah,
it's an unfortunate part of his personality, but we all like
he's
Gygax.
probably a bottom, isn't he? You probably know.
Oh, I'm sure I can't divulge that sort of information over the phone.
Ooh, scandalous.
God
Anyways,
damn. Oh, this would have been so much easier if Bob was still alive. He'd just have gone. You like drugs?
so Chicken, did you see the
Like
message I sent you?
high.
Oh shit, no. Fuck.
Like getting
Hang on.
high, man. I can get you high.
Let's see.
I'm just $15,000 would be quite a bit even for Sawyer. At least like at once, but not impossible. Not even by a long shot.
Chartreuse?
Yeah.
Is there a way to transfer the bond to somebody else?
No.
Damn it. All right, well there goes my other option.
Chartreuse.
At least
Miss
nothing I really
Chartreuse.
give a shit enough to go deal with. Unless you want to pay more, I could totally,
Miss
I could totally transfer the familiar ship.
Miss Chartreuse, please stop talking to him.
Actually, can I do a thing real quick?
What's up?
Also, if you'll allow that, I kind of metagame a little bit, Connor.
What's up?
Please do.
Basically, I just want to roll some investigation on her to see if I can figure out from her personality and what she's doing what she likes, and what I could offer her.
I would like you to roll I'd like you to roll perception plus empathy.
Okay. Empathy. Where's my empathy at?
This is gonna be difficulty 5 because she's honestly not hiding it all that much.
Because
Fair enough.
my other idea was to transfer familiarship to Nathan.
I mean, if you want me to transfer familiar, that's something I can do myself. That is
I
ever
mean,
going to cost more.
I have no empathy, but at least I have 4 perception.
All
and
right.
Uncanny insight.
Do you have what's your specialty?
Uncanny insight.
That apply. Yeah. Roll perception difficulty 6.
Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna roll 40, 10, and then it's like what is it? Less than or more than 6?
More.
More than,
6
right?
or more.
Okay. So I'm just how would I write that? Is it the less than or more than?
Just type 4010.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just roll that.
And just look at each individual die.
Okay. Well,
That was nothing.
Nothing.
You did not botch, but however, you did not succeed.
Fuck.
She has a very mercurial. She has a very mercurial mood about her. You're not sure if she's just being flighty to fuck with you, or this is an actual negotiating tactic.
Could I roll that over the phone?
Sure, difficulty 7. I'm gonna say
All right. What was it? Empathy and perception.
perception plus empathy.
Perception plus empathy. Let's see.
Pimpathy.
Hey, it's worth a try.
Sympathy.
Can I roll that as well?
You can probably roll that. You're standing right there.
Even worse. Even worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I mean, and my specialty with perception is intuitive.
That would not be enough, or that would not be correct.
Okay. Let me see. Hold on.
I
don't know what the difficulty would be for me. So
Well,
Difficulty 6. Oh, well. Yeah, she's just fucking with you.
Ah!
Chartreuse. Really, Chartreuse.
Like, she is actively enjoying fucking raking you over the coals. When you bring up transferring the familiar, when you bring up transferring familiars, she actually starts being serious.
Oh. Chartreuse, really, this is important. I don't want her to die.
I know. That's why I'm charging you a lot, because it's important.
You really do like fucking with me.
I just like being paid what people want to pay. Are willing to pay, right? But yeah, if you want me to transfer familiars, that's also a thing I could do.
Then please stop fucking with me.
I'm not. You're just in a vulnerable position, and I'm taking advantage of you. I don't think you realize how this is happening. I'm taking advantage of you. We're not friends, Leo.
I know.
Not a whole lot of people in the country are your friend.
By the way, I'm still on the phone with her, and I'm like, can you believe he worked for the police?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, he was in the forensics.
I'm sorry, and she wouldn't use Lance's real name. She doesn't know Lance's real name.
He was in the forensics department. It's amazing.
Really?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Crazy.
Miss Chartreuse.
Whoa.
Let's be real for a moment here. I realize you are bargaining from a position of strength, and you are totally willing to fuck him over for all he's worth. Here's the problem. He's not worth anything at all. I am the one with the money.
I'm kind of worthless right now.
How about Here's the thing. Do you take checks?
I would need more money for the check.
How
I could
much?
just take it in cash though.
Uh, how about, as you probably well know, we are sort of in a position of house arrest, more or less. And
Hey.
getting this sort of cash is time intensive. You basically have to roam around the city, going to several ATMs, maxing them out, hoping to not get caught. Or you will take 2 or 3 days to uh, warn the bank you want to withdraw that kind of money from so they can actually get it. If you are willing to do that, I am willing to give it to you in cash. It will just take a few days.
I would need it up front, and it sounds like you don't have a whole lot longer.
Well,
If you want to pay with a check, that'd be
let's
25
get
grand.
let's get one thing clear. I have all the time in the world. I'm providing the money. It's not my familiar. I'm trying to be nice.
I'm aware.
How about
So I'm going to give you all a piece of advice in the future. Never let on that you're in a hurry
yes?
or this is your only option. Because honestly, if you had phrased it differently, I probably would have taken I don't know, like a gun skin in CS:GO.
Oh yeah, I would have handled this in another way entirely. I would have probably offered you a car. In all honesty,
I mean, I could probably
Al-
just
but
hack
alas,
all. I could probably just hack
Hey,
your account and get all the skins.
too late, numbnuts. Now I know that you need me.
yes, but alas,
She kicks her
Well,
feet up on your counter.
strictly speaking, we don't particularly need you. It just so
Yeah.
happens that you were the one that poor little Lance
no,
here went
don't
to.
threaten her.
I'm not threatening
You're
her.
making things worse. I have a limit for how much I'm willing to spend on Lance.
Look, I'm not
Just saying.
threatening her. I'm just saying we have other
Actually,
options.
I'm still talking only to her. You can't even hear me. That's kind of the worst
That's
thing.
fair.
Miss Chartreuse. By now you realize you're not dealing with professionals here. You're just dealing with basically a rich kid
Idiots.
and an idiot who wants to save his pet. So, by all means, let's get down to business, please.
All right.
Right.
17 grand for the runaround if you want to pay with cash, or I'll take a favor.
Don't take this personally,
If you
but
want to
I'd rather
transfer the
trust you
familiar,
with
though,
I'd rather trust you with money than owing you a favor.
if you want to transfer the familiar, though, more surefire way, that one would only be payable via favor. That one takes work. That one's dangerous.
I am not willing to make that decision. I am just the person with
We'll put you
more
on
money.
speakerphone.
Please do so.
Place the phone on the table.
Yes, can you all hear me?
Indeed.
Nathan, if we transfer the familiar, if we transfer Gygax to you, are you okay with that?
Well,
I mean, it'll be eating up quintessence from your node every week.
Lance, listen to me. Listen to me. I am not comfortable with owing a total stranger who is willing to extort money from me a favor. Nothing personal, Miss Couture.
No, it's all right. I get it. She goes back to playing Pokemon. Feet still up on Lance's counter, drinking Lance's expensive coffee.
Oh, that's fine. That's
would've done the
that's
same.
all right with me.
I would have done the same. Actually, Lance,
oh my god! I just realized something. I'm gonna message you that, Connor.
oh, jeez.
Okay.
Lance, listen to me. Listen to me.
Yep.
I'm feeling generous right now and weirdly depressed, so I am willing to give away money like it is candy. So, how about you take it? This is, mind you, this is not a gift. I expect that money back from you, Lance, eventually. but I'm very generous. I will not charge you anything. God knows I could.
And strictly speaking, this would be for hooking me up with somebody who could do that, who could get us the quintessence.
This is how this sort of business works, Nathan. Even I know that, and you know I came up very sheltered.
Excuse me, sorry, I was a
I'm
little bit
Lance, but
preoccupied there.
yes.
Nathan says as he just watches Chartreuse play Pokemon, and he goes, if you're interested, I once did a fair bit of collecting.
Are you gonna trade her
Oh.
shiny?
What? What, are you trading her your fucking Pokemon? Or your fucking Pokemon cards? What the fuck?
I mean, this is only if you're interested.
She looks up.
It's a bit of an old collection, some of the older prints, first edition, some of them.
I have this
I do
vintage
have
Charizard.
Shiny
was just about to-
Charizard original printing.
Nathan goes, I have 2 of those.
If you got it, you're good.
Deal.
Jesus Christ! I'm sorry. I just looked up most expensive Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me. Pikachu Illustrator, $90,000.
Jesus
A
fuck.
pre-release Raichu, $10,000. Good God. Why? And let's see. Wait, Charizard. Go look this up. Holographic Shadowless First Edition Charizard, approximately $12,000.
Jesus Christ, I have one of those.
Oh, actually, so do I. Weirdly enough.
Shiny Charizard original printing.
Apparently, yeah, sort of.
Yep.
Holographic version of the first edition. Jesus.
Anyway,
And
Maybe
Yeah.
not first edition, but
Nathan
the
shakes
holographic
on it, and he goes, "It is in as far as actually, where would he have that? It's in an old album of mine. I keep it on my shelf. If you would accompany me to my chantry room."
Sure. Why not?
And off they go to trade Gygax's life for a fucking shiny Charizard.
oh my God.
It's what he would have wanted.
1995 Charizard Holofoil, 15,000.
Yep.
I did not
Best thing
want
is-
to know this.
The best thing is, it's all fucking in character because Nathan basically wants to make a real life Pokedex.
Yeah, I could see it.
There's a Magikarp card here worth 15,000.
I'm not fucking surprised.
Oh my.
Fucking cardboard crack.
Yeah.
Hey, how much is the original printing of Hollow Mewtwo?
I don't fucking. Let's see. Hollow Mewtwo card price. Du-du-du-du-du. PokemonPrices.com. All right. Checking prices. Not that much.
Fair.
But I may be reading this wrong, but I don't think that's a particularly impressive
Rare
card.
one. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's like, but
He just wants one for collection.
30-year-old Charizard card? Yeah, that's impressive, I guess. Jesus.
So
It cannot be 30 years old. Pokemon is only 20 years. Or maybe that's just the games, like the video games. Shit.
Wait.
see, assuming that you fork it over, she'll come back. Nathan and Chartreuse will come back. Chartreuse is beaming beaming happy.
Nathan even gave her the sleeve that he keeps it in.
Oh God.
Nathan just goes, pleasure doing business with you.
It's also a pleasure doing business with you. If you ever need anything else, just let me know. So, anyways, I'll be right back. I just need to go make a phone call.
Am I still on
Splendid.
speaker?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I haven't like done anything with the phone.
BRB, bitches. I'll be right
Thank-
back.
Thanks,
Nathan?
Nathan.
Nathan, it may have been cheaper to just give her a car.
Nathan shrugs. Well, this was faster.
Well,
But at what?
Lance.
But at what cost, Nathan? At what
At
cost?
what
It was also funnier.
cost?
Exactly.
Well, Nathan, I hope you're happy. Instead of owning me worthless money, you now owe Nathan your very soul.
Exactly.
I mean,
do keep that in
I'm-
mind, Nathan.
I'm all right with that.
Your soul comes very cheap, doesn't it?
Look, as long as it means I don't lose somebody else.
Oh, while I have you two on speakerphone,
Yes.
I did some research into the customs and ritual of the Thanatos, and I think I found a way to convey a message of respect and penitence to them. And I would
Oh,
And
that's
very
please
much,
don't shoot me in the face.
and I would very much like you to join me in that effort
It would
as
be
a
my honor.
as a united front, as to speak. Uh,
Sure,
basically,
whatever.
I will offer them to uh, pay and take care of Jordan's funeral in full, whatever they want, wherever they want. As far as I
It does
found
seem.
out, this will not be counted as an insult. It will convey the intent of giving a gift to them.
Framing
does
is
seem
very
like-
important.
Yes, it is.
It does seem like a very appropriate course of action, if nothing else.
Yes. Of course, I can't just
What would you
go in there
What
with a
would you
giant.
require?
I can't just go in there with a giant novelty check for $15,000. That would be inconsiderate of me.
Maybe just a
And a
little.
TV crew to film it.
Look how modest I am. I only brought one TV crew.
And this week on Secret Millionaire Murderer.
This week on the modest man in the world.
The modest man in the world. He's just a modest man in the world.
No,
Yep, checks out.
I am the most modest man in the entire world. Ask anyone. Ask anyone.
Anyway, what would you require from us?
Well, I am honestly at a loss as to how to approach them. They are a bit at odds with my face, to be honest. So we're thinking maybe Nathan could be our spokesperson,
I wouldn't object to that.
whereas Lance could be
However,
far in the back, not being seen nor heard.
I do have a slight objection here.
Yes.
Seeing as they don't have a quarrel with me, it is possible that it might be seen as less sincere if you don't give the apology and this gesture yourself.
Oh, yes, you're right.
I mean, I could go.
It's probably a
No,
good
we
idea if everyone
go
who was
together.
involved in the incident go together.
Yes, we will go together.
Maggie's gone at the moment, so
They will understand this if anything, because she has a very, very good reason for being gone. At least I hope so. What is her reason for being gone?
I haven't come up with something yet, but let's call it a relatively decent idea.
A relatively what now idea?
I haven't fucking thought of anything. Well, let's call it a good thing. She has a good excuse.
Gotcha.
Fuck off.
I'm sorry. I just imagine us going in there in like Indian costumes. Just the most inappropriate fucking thing with giant novelty check. And offering to pay for the guy's funeral. Oh no.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
So rude.
That might be seen
know.
as slightly tactless.
That might be slightly offensive to them. Just slightly.
Maybe a little.
How would
Just
I
a
mean?
little bit.
How would I like give them the money though? Because that's
You
a bit
have
of a
no idea.
yeah. I
There's
don't.
a little scouting out of how to talk to some people.
I mean, a check is probably the. Oh, you mean physically, right?
Yeah, it's a bit, it cheapens the moment, it
Well,
cheapens the
seeing
gesture for that matter.
you wouldn't happen to remember the individuals that glared at you in the cafeteria, would you?
Maybe okay, maybe we don't involve money at all, and I just say like I take care of it. Just send me whatever bill you get, and that's that.
That's a rather good idea.
Yeah, then they won't have to deal with it, and they can concentrate on mourning their departed friend.
Very true, that.
Sounds like the best approach.
I agree with that.
No, I can't pay with money, but I can pay with service.
Yeah, we kind of got.
We already
got that
established that
impression.
much. Man, imagine the rumors that we started. Great. Do you hear about his hands? Smooth like a baby's butt.
They say he rubs the lotion on his skin.
I love how it's a thing now.
They say he can make you come from across the room.
Oh god.
Very skilled with forces, too.
You little shit.
Oh my. Actually, wouldn't that be like Life 3? Just make someone
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
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 Go
It's
with
one
that.
use you can do with it.
I heard he leveled up to Life 3 last week. Oh my. Does he charge extra?
I like how you're just gonna start rumors about me being like this super powerful mage.
No, not quite. Not.
Just a super powerful
Just a
man-hole.
massive slut.
Thanks.
No
There's
problem.
nothing wrong with being a slut.
There
Also,
isn't.
hi Chartreuse. Are you back?
Anyway. So we dealt with that, and we paid a very rare, very expensive Pokemon card. Instead of just money.
Nathan had 2 of them, and he's not that interested in Pokemon anymore.
How old is Nathan?
He's in his 30s.
That's fair.
25.
So
I don't
when
know.
he became a mage, he just lost interest in money, I guess.
What?
When he became a mage, he just lost interest in money.
No, he just lost interest in collecting Pokemon cards, and like
Wait
they've
a
been sitting
fucking
on his
moment.
shelf for ages.
Wait a moment. It's just a Pokemon card. Couldn't you just conjure one up?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't give
if I
away
was,
the trick.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but it's just not the same.
It isn't.
I mean, it isn't, but who would know?
Chartreuse should know.
Yep.
I assume
mean-
that part of the trade, Chartreuse did something to verify if it was real or not.
So, anyways, Chartreuse will come back in the. We'll come back in the room. All right, what's up, bitches? All right, I got you a guy.
Apparently, my small, very smooth hands.
All right.
I'm
All right.
pretty
We're
sure
all ears.
I'm pretty sure he's not gonna trade for hand jobs.
Well, as long as he's willing to make an equal trade in quintessence, all is good.
Uh, well, did you want to trade quintessence? Because you weren't really gonna. I couldn't find anybody who had the right resonance, but I know somebody who could transmute it for you.
Well, it's a bit of an extra step. an extra hoop to jump through, but what do you say, Lance?
Hmm. Man, we'll have to talk to him and see.
All right, so his name is Larry. He's a celestial chorister.
Mm-hmm.
He's in room 702.
Hold on. Let me write this down for future things. Excuse me. In my list of people that I know. Larry.
Well,
I'll take out a small notebook and write down Larry, room 72.
Larry. He's a
Larry.
celestial chorister. Can help you out.
So far, he sounds like a splendid candidate.
Yeah. Generally works with contestants and stuff.
I agree that setting up a meeting would be serendipitous.
Cool. You can go talk to him on your own time. And she leaves the room. You then realize that she still has your mug.
That's okay. It was. Which mug was it?
It was all of my friends are dead.
Yeah.
Was it a
No,
shiny
that's my
Charizard?
grieving mug.
Was it a
My
shiny Charizard
grieving
mug
mug.
worth $15,000?
Oh my god.
That's my grieving mug.
Also, while they, in the meantime,
Nah, it's fine.
I would have hung up because Jesus Christ, fuck all those people, terrible. And he would have gone off to find the whatever they were called, the those scholars of the Thanatos guys.
You Thanatos?
Okay.
Thanatos.
It's
It's
okay.
kind of hard to
I'll just.
identify them.
That's okay. I'll just talk to my mug supplier and get another one.
Yeah, I just
Oh
would
my god.
Your
I
mug
just would have
lord.
I just would have gone to the their area of the Chantry where they hang out and try and find the like one of the guys in charge or at least their secretary or something.
Man, I'm so disappointed that no one laughed at that.
At
Oh
what?
no, I'm thinking about it.
Sorry, I didn't hear
Mug
I'm planning
lord.
on I'm thinking.
Ugh.
Lance is writing that down and being like, I should put that on the mug. Number one mug lord
Nope.
in America.
Nope.
God damn it.
No. Just no. Ugh.
Quintessence transmutation. Quintessence. I don't know.
I didn't choose the mug life. The mug life chose me.
No, I already have one that says. Don't mug me, bro. That's Bob's. Remember?
Yep, that's Bob's favorite. Don't mug me.
So anyway, yeah, I'm looking.
That's Bob's favorite. That's sitting next to Bob's picture on my shelf.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm looking
I
for the
love how
scholar.
hung up everyone is on Bob.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking the scholar guys up, and I'm gonna try. We don't need a scene for here, but I'm gonna try to get an appointment with their leader.
Which
The
room?
current.
What room did you say it was in?
Their
Seven?
leader's fucking dead.
Ow.
Yeah.
Their current.
It's literally been a day.
Their yes. Okay, the second in command. Then truly they have a sort of hierarchy.
Replacement, maybe.
I've explained the hierarchy to you.
Fine.
What room was Larry in?
Okay, then let's do it another way.
I'm just gonna put 703 and assume that's right.
Okay, Connor. Let's
What's
do it like
up?
this then. I'm gonna approach them, like the scholars, and I'm gonna ask them, anyone who wants to please be in a certain place later this day. Like let's say the library, like in front of the library, maybe.
Do you
Or
have
the
any way of differentiating them?
or the cafeteria, maybe. Anyone from their order, anyone who is willing to come and listen to me, to hear me out.
Okay.
And let's say I don't
So
know.
you approach a random Euthanatos.
I well, one of their scholars, if I can, like one a bit higher up.
So as I've explained the hierarchy, there is I don't remember the exact words of them, but there's the apprentices, um, the disciples, and the gurus. Jordan was the only guru, and he's dead now.
Yeah.
So
So I guess the disciples then.
do you have any way of distinguishing their
Discerning?
various ranks?
Well, here's the thing. Would I have found out about that or not?
What skills do you have to throw at it?
Well,
You did read about them.
the research thing, or is that hidden? Like I don't know. Are their ranks hidden from outside?
Well, it's as about as well. Imagine walking into a room full of Order of Hermes, except when you talk to them, nobody immediately rattles off their entire title
But they
and
would
fucking deeds and all their other shit.
But they would
That's
because
the
they
Order
Order
of
of
Hermes,
Hermes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, imagine that. Like, you walk into this room and everybody's got their own fucking ranks, but nobody's walking around with a fucking badge on their name tag.
Okay. Then
It
how
is a
about
lot different and weird from the Order of Hermes. Don't get me wrong. There's a point for this is totally in character to be confused. Like, who the fuck are these guys?
okay? Then how about after spending like half an hour fruitlessly finding a leader on my own, I just asked someone to take me to someone higher up if they could be so kind to me.
What?
Like I'm just asking one of
In
them.
character, like the guy looks at you. Um,
You basically
kinda
just
looks
went,
at you.
take me to your leader.
But yeah,
What?
I look at him and I'm terribly sorry. I'm not very well acquainted with with your hierarchy structure. Who is in charge of the Euthanatos right now?
We're kind of trying to figure that out right now.
Well then, who is? Can you point me to one of your disciples?
Okay. Hi.
Wait, when the disciples the high ones?
I found the word for mid-level guys. There is the fuck.
Exactly.
Man, that's a really
Midterm
weird name.
is referred to as Kaya. I probably mispronounced that.
Well, I just
The
asked for
Sanskrit
that
word
then.
for it.
I'll ask for that then.
Kaya. I'm at a Kaya. What the fuck do you want, Hermetic?
I I wanted to, in light of the loss your order suffered yesterday, I wanted to offer your order something helpful.
You prefer the term circle? Because as it
I wanted
turns
to.
out, we're all not like you.
I'm. My apologies. I'm not. I only spent 2 hours researching your circle, and most of it was in Sanskrit. And
Wow, you are seriously doing the whole white tourist thing, aren't you?
I am trying.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just look. I look at him with like just you know just honest embarrassment. I am trying my best. I apologize if it's not enough. I want to help your circle though.
Don't antagonize him.
No, I'm not. I mean this in all sincerity. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. I'm trying to do what I can to support your circle in this hour of loss. I mean it.
Okay. What are you hoping to accomplish here? I mean, I appreciate it. But what are you trying to do here?
To
Because I think it's cute and all, but I can't remember the last time I ever met a hermetic that ever did anything out of the goodness of their fucking heart. I'm getting really tired of every single time something goes wrong, you fuckers trying to do the same kind of political play. We all kinda are.
Hey, question. Would you have taken us with you with this, or this be by yourself?
I would be by myself right now because I'm still trying to
Okay.
find someone to talk to. I don't know their hierarchy at all.
Okay.
So just trying to find like a foundation here. Of course, they wouldn't trust me. That's I just
The issue
damn.
isn't that you're sorry. The issue is that you're a medic with this
I
guy.
know. That's the problem. I
Look, bud, I think it's cute and all that you're trying to do what you think is right if you are actually being earnest. But frankly, I personally don't blame you. If that makes you feel any
I
better.
look.
Not everybody does. It's just a few hotheads in the golden chalice.
Be that as it may, I blame myself, and I wish to atone for my role in all this. This has nothing to do with politics and all to do with me, and I realize how selfish this sounds. But I figured, selfishness or not, maybe I can do some good regardless.
Alright, if you want some advice, wait until we have another guru, then we can figure out what we're gonna do next. Otherwise, just let us do our own thing for now. We already have had enough with fucking hermetics.
So I will sigh and just go. I understand. I am I am truly sorry
Going
for
now?
your.
Are you going now?
Shut up. I am truly sorry for your loss.
Thanks, bud. Now get the fuck out of here.
And so it goes, sad.
Wah, 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 wah.
Mean.
Everything is sad. I am sad. Sad.
All right, Nathan.
I'm
you want to
gonna
head over to
paint-
Larry?
Gonna
What?
paint my room black and hang up a blacklight poster.
Are we headed over to Larry's?
Yes, we are.
Aries.
Okay.
Larry.
Larry.
She said room 103, right?
702.
702.
We head
Almost,
to the room
Zippy.
she said.
Almost. So close.
What did I say? Did I say 103? I had this. I meant 703.
You were like,
But-
you were only like 600 rooms away. It's fairly close. It's okay.
I meant 703. That's what I had written down. But also, I now have written down under chartreuse. Will actively dick you over if you aren't careful, but can be reasoned with for Pokemon cards.
It's true.
I wouldn't call that reasoning.
Bribed with Pokemon cards.
Fine.
Bartered.
Can be bribed with Pokemon cards and CS:GO skins.
Yes.
What the fuck? I do you know, I understand Pokemon cards more than CS:GO skins, to be honest.
Like people
That's
who
why.
like
That's why I was like, I can just
Overwatch
hack your
skins.
account and just give you all the CS:GO skins.
Can you really, though? You
No.
really have not had a good history at this type of thing.
I can try.
Also, I
Not
think
even
what
in
she
the
wanted was a shit. She did say she wanted a custom skin though. So it's more like you had to make her a skin or something, right?
The better approach here would be to threaten to delete all her skins instead of
Oh.
when you're already hacking her account.
I think
No,
she's
you-
better at
no.
computers though, so she'd probably just retaliate in kind.
It's either that or she probably has them backed up somewhere.
That's not how that works.
Several
all.
accounts.
No, that's not. Even I know that's not how CS:GO skins work.
Excuse me.
Anyway,
Man.
you are going to Lance's secret hand drop lounge or whatever you call it.
No, we delete CS:GO from the internet entirely.
Oh yeah, that'll help.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
Mr.
go ahead and
Handy
try.
Lounge.
I mean, it'll help, but not on this problem.
Mr. Handy Lounge. That's awful.
Anyways, I assume we're going over to Larry's.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Yep. Making our way to Larry's.
I suppose I'll get like a text message or something telling me to show up.
Gonna
What
drown
a
myself
fucking
real
nerd.
quick in the Columbia River.
I mean, if you think it'll help.
Oh my god.
Attempt to swim
Yeah.
over to Government Island and just live there for the rest of my days.
Man, just be glad this isn't fucking vampire. Otherwise, people would just be mean.
Yep.
Yeah, but then we could be mean too.
We
Yeah.
could.
You're
We could be
terrible at
funny.
it.
Well, I would be.
I definitely would be.
Zevi would be like accidentally evil, just killing people's pets or some shit.
You would,
No, I
wouldn't you?
turn their pets into my own ghouls. That's what happens. They're like, but I like that cat. He's mine now.
Look, I just wanted to save you money on cat food. I put him in a good he doesn't eat anymore. It's great.
Yeah.
I gave him some of my vitae. Now he doesn't need to eat anymore.
Vampire cat. There you go.
And
It's
he'll
not true,
live
they
for
still need-
hundreds of years.
They very much still need to eat.
And he'll live for hundreds of years.
We just don't know what it is he needs to eat now.
Man, this is why. Fuck it. Whatever. Anyways.
Connor's just giving up.
Wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I haven't
Be
so far.
honest.
And you
Be
want me to
honest with
play a
yourself.
gangrel.
I DM
And
you
you want me
fucking
to play a
people.
gangrel. I posed the question to Coops about playing a Tremere.
Oh God.
Do you think you could properly play a Tremere?
Nope.
No, I could play a
See,
Tremere badly, if that's what it calls for.
You see, this
Please
is
don't.
why I'm 100% on the Nosferatu train. I know I can
brand-
play that.
Just play a brand new Tremere who has no idea what they're doing.
They wouldn't be turned if they didn't know what they were doing.
You'd
You're a
be
Tremere,
accident-
you know what you're doing.
Anyway, you are off to buy Quintessence?
Yes.
I want to know where this leads.
or trade quintessence.
Negotiate about quintessence.
Yep. On to room 702.
So basically, instead of finding a dealer, we found the cook. This is gonna be good.
Basically.
Yeah. So you go to room 202?
702. 702.
He keeps doing it.
Fucking dumbass. Alright. Should have just let you go to room 102.
Yeah, you should
Fucking
have.
Yeah.
janitor closet.
Actually, I said
Fucking do it.
103 originally.
He did.
103. And this is where we
He's-
keep the chimeras.
He's slowly working his way up, though. 103, 202. Soon he'll get there. Just give him about
305.
a few more hours.
This-
305, 669. Room
Gonna need-
6969.
Gonna need form 538. 536, I think, was it?
Room 420.
Blaze it.
So you head down to the Celestial Chorus portion of the Chantry. This is actually a place you all have not been very often. It's weird being here. It feels vaguely like the rectory to a church, so to speak. It's very much got that feeling to it. Lots of religious iconography everywhere.
Oh, religious iconography is always fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're basically
Is
the
there
Catholic
someone
Church.
worshipping
but
Cthulhu
magic.
in the background?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I
There's
That
no
would be
Cthulhu worship.
illegal.
There is, in fact, no Cthulhu worship.
Ugh.
So sad. No one's worshipping the elder gods. How rude.
I know. It only makes them more angry.
Angry.
The Elder Gods don't give a fucking shit about us.
I mean, that is true. Except Nyarlathotep, but he's a bitch.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he's just personally an asshole.
Wow.
I mean, Yogg-Sothoth likes sticking it in humans, but aside from that,
Don't kink shame
He
him.
probably doesn't see us any differently than like a fucking dildo or a fleshlight or whatever.
yeah, more like a walking, talking incubator. And I mean, the walking and talking is disputable when you look at Vinnie Waitley.
All right.
A
Okay.
honey melon with a hole in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Connor, what do we
Hey.
find? What do we find?
So you'll eventually come to a room. It says Larry. It just says fucking Larry on it. I can't think of the last name. Fuck it.
Sweet.
There's a last name somewhere on there. I can't think of one.
Larry
Alright,
Chartreuse.
we're
Chartreuse.
going to we
Larry
knock on the door.
Chartreuse.
We
Larry
knock on the door
Larryson.
to Larry McLast name.
Larry McLaughlin. Let's call him Larry Graham.
Larry Card Holder.
Larry
Let's call him-
McLaughlin. Larry McLaughlin.
Larry Graham. That's what I'm going with. Fuck off.
Larry Cables.
No.
Damn it.
No, chicken. We are not going there this time.
You're not gonna go, what? I'm baiting. No. Hear a voice from inside. Come on in. Come on in.
And Nathan gestures for
Oh.
fucking
Yeah.
that
I'll
guy.
head on in. I'll head
Yeah.
on in.
He is after all the one with the issue.
Hey, Chartreuse called earlier.
So you walk into the room. It is Spartan in decoration. There is a large collection of books that are mounted on shelves that dominate two of the four walls available. One has a bed and a desk, not very fancy at all. There is a closet nearby, and the last door is the one the last wall is dominated by the entrance. Not very pretty looking, but it appears to be mostly due to a purposeful aesthetic of asceticism. Larry himself is an individual in priest robes, Catholic priest robes, as you will notice from the collar and the various design of it. And he's sitting in his desk. When you come in, he will swivel in his work chair to look at you. How can I help?
Chartreuse called earlier and said that you might be able to help us with a little bit of a quintessence problem.
Yeah, as I've been told. Yawn. As I've been told, you've been having a few issues, yes?
Yeah. My node has been confiscated, for lack of a better word.
No, that is the word.
Yep.
Shush.
That is literally what happened.
My node has been confiscated, and I to feed my familiar, and I'd really rather him not die. I'm tired of losing people today.
Yes. Wow, Chartreuse really wasn't lying. Really wasn't joking when she told me about you. Anyways.
I don't know. Did she tell you about my apparently really smooth baby hands? Because that's the thing that's going on right now.
Lance, please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Please sit down before you hurt yourself.
Too late.
Look, I know that people always like to crack jokes about the church and fucking the children scandals, and it was fucking terrible. Would you just stop it already?
No.
Oh, trust me, that was
really
not.
don't find it fucking funny.
Trust me, that was not a crack about any of that. He is by far not intelligent enough to even make that connection.
Hey, wow, rude.
In any case, all we asking for is a little bit of help converting the what was it?
Tass
The
or quintessence.
Converting the
quintess- the
resonance of
quint-
TAS.
The resonance. Gotcha. Converting the resonance of TAS.
Okay.
We will of course fuck words. We will fuck words for you. This is what we will do.
Compensate you?
Thank you. We will of course compensate you for your services.
With as many hand jobs from Lance as you want.
Oh,
And he
that's
can pretend to
implied.
act like a little kid if that's your thing.
God damn it!
Again, I'm glad that Fish isn't here.
Wow.
yeah. I mean, is there anything that you'd like in return?
Well, why don't we work it based off of, say, a supply? I'm gonna need help with something in about a week from now.
Okay.
And I could use the extra hands.
What exactly is the nature
do
of
I-
this help?
An experiment. Nothing dangerous, I assure you. I'm still working out the details myself.
Hopefully nothing Hopefully nothing unsavory.
Again, if that was a crack, I will
No.
punch you in the face.
Trust us, it is not a crack.
He's so defensive about this, though. There's something more behind.
Look.
It's because he was referred to by Chartreuse.
Oh.
And he
Look,
knows
I don't-
her.
Look, I don't know what Chartreuse has done to you.
I can guess.
Because whenever I get a fucking virtual ad up in my fucking office that was referred to me by Chartreuse, it's always the same fucking jokes, and I'm really tired of it.
No.
Can't even come up with something funnier.
Look. Relax. Relax. I'm not gonna make those jokes. I'm decent with mechanics. If you need something done.
No, you're
that
not.
Decent, he says. just on the other side of town, Fish is just, no, you're not. Who am I talking to? That's awful people.
But you said you just need help with an experiment.
Yeah, I just need to do a study later. Nothing serious, I assure you. Just a examination of different kinds of resonances.
I guess that'd be okay. I'm gonna look at Nathan. I got no idea.
Oh, I do believe it'll be fine.
This
goddamn dragon.
I'll be the one that.
Ugh! Sorry.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I can do whatever you need.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put a knife. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put a knife in your fucking friend there. Funny as he thinks he is.
You know what? Trust me, he does not think he's funny. He's just desperate.
Anyways, yeah, all I need to do is a study based on resonances. In fact, if you have your Interroga ball come in, won't be anything major. Basically be kind of similar to a magical physical.
I think we can agree to that. If that's
Awesome.
the only thing, if that's the only thing you require as recompense, I don't see any objection towards it.
I'll have some more for Leah to do, but for you guys, I just need a sample size.
Fair.
Yeah, I guess that's fair for right now.
Cool. So, need about 2 days to finish conversion. We can work with about 12 drams at once.
Sounds about fair.
Anything else I can help you with?
I mean, so how does this whole thing work exactly?
I could explain it to you, but you will not get it. Because you're a really weird technomancer.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are.
I
I'm
took a
personally
weird
rather-
path in my learning of magic.
I'm personally rather curious too, though. If you wouldn't object to divulging some of your knowledge, I'd be very, very interested.
No, not to you, bud. No offense, but we already have enough problems with the magpies of the mage community.
Honestly, none taken.
Man, no one really seems to like hermetics for whatever reason.
It's, I
Well,
wonder
we are-
why.
Nathan goes,
Yeah.
well, we are a giant boys club of assholes.
Look. They
True,
hate us
fair.
because they ain't us.
I mean, at least
No,
the
they just hate us because
society.
we're us.
I mean, at least the Society of Aether stopped being a boys' club, or stopped being as much as a boys' club. You know, now you can benefit from, so now you can join in on the endless chain of ass kissing, no matter your background.
So in other words, it stopped being such an endless boys club. Now they take girls too.
Yeah. Yay, nepotism and ass kissing.
Whee!
It's pretty great.
Yeah, nepotism was the word I was looking for. I'm just too stupid.
Nepotistic paradise. It's a lovely place.
Okay. I mean, what would you be having me do?
I'll
Sit
figure
there,
something
you look
out.
pretty.
I'm trying really hard. All right, I gotta work you in somehow. You gotta give me a bit.
You can probably set up a pretty decent firewall on your computer if you should need it.
Eh,
He looks at all the electronics that he keeps in his room.
which is all of probably just maybe a phone.
He's got a fucking flip phone.
Oh,
Look, I'm gonna be super honest. I'm doing this because I'm just being nice. I'll figure out something for you to do.
and I'm going to be super honest with you as well. We are eternally grateful. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Cool. Now, I dislike being rude, but I'd like to get back to my studies.
That's quite fair. Then I know the feeling. Lance, let's go.
Onwards and upwards.
Now get the fuck out!
And they leave.
Yay! Everything is awesome.
Yay! Now
Guy
Managed to
Gygax
get
won't
through
die.
Gonna die.
Nobody died this time. It was great.
I know.
Yeah, that has to
Maybe
be
I
like
should
a
play
new
a-
record.
Maybe I should be present more weeks.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't talk too loudly. I was present when they're doing the very first death toll.
Now, Nathan, would you like me to order some pizza?
I could go for some. Why not?
Okay, I'll order a pizza.
In before getting attacked by werewolves.
Him
No,
before
that's
becoming
we're
werewolves.
ordering the pizza, and whoever wants to chip in, we just shove everybody in a box.
No. Terrible idea.
I really
Anyway,
like the LARPing version of that because hey, you get pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
in fact, let's forget about the LARP. Let's just get pizza.
Yeah.
So Connor, like as a LARP version, how many people can you shove into a box?
for the fucking cardboard box, theoretically, I don't actually remember the limit, but it was fucking ridiculous. Because I do remember a story about somebody using cardboard pallets to literally drop an entire sept on somebody.
Dang.
Yeah, you told us that story.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it for today, I guess.
I mean, if you guys want to end, sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have nothing else
also,
to do.
I'm gonna be sharing my new Iron Man glove plans with Nathan.
All right, awesome. I'm glad to see that you guys
I
have
want to make. I
things besides fuck up.
I want to set up a like. I don't know what. What would you call that?
Set up a GoFundMe for Jordan.
No, not a GoFund. No,
Bro.
not a GoFundMe. Like a fuck me. Like a trust fund. I don't know. I want to give them like an account full of money to like remember Jordan by.
Give them access to your daddy's account.
No, that would be
Yes.
ridiculous. Like a memorial fund, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna look that up.
You're trying really hard to solve this problem with money.
I know. It's it's all I can do.
It's all
Well,
look, Connor.
here's the
It's
thing.
all he has.
Here's the thing. What else could I solve it with? My magic? That's
And
not gonna
possibly,
fly.
and look, money is all he has, and possibly a legitimate psychology degree.
I have my goodwill and money. And both of those are helpful, all right? So I'm going to use both of them.
But yeah, why don't we end things here for today?
Yes.
'Cause I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to take a computer into Best Buy because we cannot get it to install Windows.
What? Maybe I can help a bit.
Yeah.
It was
Let's
like a
pull
brand
out
new.
XP first.
Not on the recording, but you know.
I know.
Yeah.
XP.
Yeah.
Yay.
So you get
Woo.
1 automatic points.
Woo.
You get 1 for the learning curve. Characters who truly learn something new, important, or significant to the plot or the personal stories can earn a point to reflect on how the knowledge has expanded the horizons. To earn that point, though, the players should explain why that knowledge has changed their character's world.
I learned that not everyone is gonna be nice to me.
I learned that some people are nice.
Some people are nice, some people aren't.
I again learned that Lance is one hell of an
Dumbass.
idiot. I learned
Yeah,
that
that's
every
kind of
time.
the same thing that Fish has learned. Is that even with incredibly low expectations on Leo, he will still find a way to undercut them.
I learned that apparently Pokemon cards are worth tens of thousands of dollars, and honestly, my worldview has changed profoundly, and not for the better. Not for the better.
That is true. I now know that I now know. Figure out what people want first before you start offering them money or favors.
Okay, so I'm going to start from the order I got those in. First, Zephy, people have literally shot at you. People have tried to kill you in gun battles. Second, nice try, chicken.
Thank you.
Third, while dramatic, it's not really a little silly hoon. That being said, I'm willing to take Mitch's.
Well,
Because that is just a true gift.
but he knew that already.
And yet he
can
still
can I get one
surprises me.
for undercutting his expectations?
No, you only get the 1 point for the group.
Oh.
In
Fair.
fact, Zephy, you get minus 17 experience.
That's fair.
Well,
Damn.
I'm down to negative 12.
That's
Yep,
fair.
start peeling dots off.
That's totally fair. We should go with that.
All right. 1 point for role playing. A player who goes above and beyond the group's usual level of role playing should be rewarded for an extra point for exploring his character, delving into his backstory, following his quirks or archetypes, even when the player realizes that his character is making a mistake, and so on. Excellence, after all, should not simply be a trait that only mages can enjoy. Of course, a really good group will keep raising the bar for exceptional playing, but seriously, that is not a bad thing after all. Give me examples.
I think Stinky did a good job with fucking Sawyer today. What with
I made a minor
actually
study
looking out
joke.
actually looking out for Lance by throwing money at the problem, which is exactly what Sawyer would do.
He's trying really hard.
He's
Trying
trying
so
hard.
hard. It's not working.
And also his entire endeavor with the youth Thanatos.
I'm trying so hard to like
Like
atone
a
for my.
bumbling American tourist.
I'm trying so hard to atone for my sins. It's just not working.
In the most stuffy and stuck up way you can, and it's amazing.
All he has.
Exactly. He's got money and that's it.
Well, no, he's also a psychiatrist, but that's not helping here.
Here's my question.
I can
How
offer you grief counseling. Here's my card.
That would make it worse. It would make it worse.
I'm so sad your boss died. I'm so sad your boss died while we were the only ones present. Here's my card.
My willingness to go above and beyond and fuck myself over.
You are not doing that on purpose.
For the sake of Gygax.
You are not doing that on purpose. I don't believe you're that good a role player, Zephy. Sorry.
Zephy, if you're capable of making non-wrong decisions, I'd be willing to buy that you're doing it on purpose. But so far, I've yet to see you do something not dumb.
They say only a very good actor can portray a very bad actor, but I don't think that is that tier. It's not the same thing.
There's also something I like to refer to as method acting that Zephy's gotten very good at because he's never done anything else.
That is true.
Yeah.
He's just playing himself in more ways than one.
So
look, I know one way, and that's myself.
All right, so I'll give you that point. 1 point for focus, because belief and practice are so important to a mage. A player who really gets into the way her character performs magic, who plays of that mage's beliefs, details, and practices, and use our instruments in cleverly appropriate ways, may get points for emphasizing the mage's approach to the arts and sciences. That way, your chronicle focuses less on life 3, prime 2, difficulty 6, and more on telling a cool story about people whose faith moves the world. Please give me examples.
Well, the only person that's used magic is Hund.
And I broke a door with it, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to fix that door.
I did not. No, I have not, and I will not. Fix your door yourself. Your fault I had to break that door
your own fault.
down.
You should have answered the summons.
Yeah. Also, I knocked at the door afterwards.
Exactly. You said knock knock and everything.
Yeah.
You're right. But I also had headphones on and was like 3 rooms away.
It's not my fault. It's yours.
Yeah, that does sound like a you problem.
Should have gotten a better door.
The fucking missive.
Should have gotten a better door, yeah.
I can tell you right now, if I had read the missive, I probably still would have ignored it. I would have come dressed exactly as I did.
It's not making it better.
Nope.
Yup.
Also, that's not making it better. Title of his sex tape.
Why are his hands so smooth?
Also, title of his sex tape.
No, that's
tiny baby hands.
No.
Title of the sex tape.
Title of Trump's sex tape.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We need to remember those rumors we started about Zephy, though.
No.
Yes. Oh my God.
No!
Can we get experience for that? Starting rumors about Zephy.
To be fair, that was Chartreuse that started those rumors.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we will perpetuate them.
Yeah. You didn't say anything against them.
You're right. I didn't. In fact, I may have actually encouraged them a little.
A little.
Just a little.
Who did you encourage?
The rumors.
The rumors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I never thought I'd have to start running slut shaming in my fucking mage game.
That should be a skill.
Hey, you started
Slut
this,
shaming.
Connor. You started it, Connor.
Can I put 2 points into slut shaming? With 6
Oh
Oh
XP?
my
my
God.
god.
It's a
I'm pretty
secondary
s-
skill.
I'm pretty
Offer the
sure my
group-
next mage is gonna be another Cult of Ecstasy person. He's gonna be the biggest fucking slut.
Oh no.
I
Also,
can't wait.
also, Hund, you can offer them grief counseling afterwards.
Yeah, but that's like
Yes,
my profession.
anyways. Next point. 1 point for heroism. A character who faces incredible odds to perform some memorable act of sacrifice or risk ought to be rewarded for stepping up courageously and doing what needed to be done. Heroes, as we saw earlier, folks whose deeds are worth singing about, and that sort of risk deserves reward. That which does not kill us, after all, is worth experience points.
We
Give
went
me some
into
examples.
Professor Tewksbury's office not once, but twice of our own free will.
Oh, that's already worth at least 2 heroism experience points.
Yep.
I traded the lifeblood of any Pokemon collector's collection away for the life of one of my friends' pet.
Yeah.
Some fucking spirit.
I wish that was how you could save a pet's life.
Honestly, me too.
Oof. Fame.
I have this Niv Mizzet the Firemind card for Magic. How much can I get for that?
Probably not much.
Probably not much.
Depends. Is it shiny? Is it like the foil one?
Hollow,
Um,
hollow.
Also, this.
I
Also, he
don't think it
has.
was hollow. I think it was a normal one.
Also, Niv-Mizzet's had like 4 different printings. Which one?
Well, you can just
more
I
if
don't
we.
know.
You can always just Google
Or
it.
no, 3, but that's not including reprints.
So I'm gonna give that guy to you. So it's gonna be 5 XP for the session.
Yay!
Congratulations. You stopped fucking up.
So 5 all in
Um,
all.
you know how much it's worth? Apparently, right now, if you go to tcgplayer.com, $1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yup.
40.
If it's foil, $14.
So, our total XP so far should be 46. At
Should be
least that's what it
It
is.
should be
for me.
51, I think.
Oh, then I'm missing some experience.
Well, yeah, you
How
did
much?
miss.
How much experience? How much
I did
experience
miss
did we
I
gain
did miss
from?
a session. Do I actually get experience for that session, or do I just leave that out?
Good question.
What? Yeah, fuck it. You can get XP for the session. I don't
Oh,
fucking care.
cool.
Yeah, the total should be 51, unless I'm wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 51. Merry Christmas.
How much XP total did we get from this session?
5.
5.
5.
You should be at 51 all in all.
Okay, so I've got okay. Oh,
That
cool.
means I have 14 experience I can spend. How much is it to raise Arate again?
8
Uh,
times your current rating.
Okay. So it's 8 times 2.
16, yeah.
So 16. Oh, fuck.
Cool.
It's
Only
quite
2
a lot.
experience away.
Yeah, so I need 16
Which means
as well
I am
to get to RT3.
close to getting that third Arate.
Same.
I'm not.
And it's 10. It's 10 for a new sphere. 7 times your current rating for any sphere above one that you already have. Am I correct in that,
Huh?
Connor?
What? Where?
It's 10 for a new sphere, and then like 7 times your current number of spheres for any sphere above 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's 7 times your current rating for your specialty sphere.
Oh, and is it 8?
8 is
Yes.
normal, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I was gonna say because I'm 1 away from being able to get Spirit 2.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording here though. Yay,
Hey.
XP.
Fuck
Although
See ya.
I'm planning, I think, going for Prime 3 at some point. So
So say bye.
Get out, everybody.
Fuck all.
bye. Bye.